Hey, 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 hey. Hello, hello, everybody. And happy Tuesday night, March 26, 2024. We're back again. Um, More Sebastian Rogers updates, some things to talk about. Thank you all for those of you that tuned in to Clue Show today. It was great seeing you all there. I appreciate it. It's great to see you all here tonight. So, as I always say, guys, let's get this show on the road. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. How are you all this evening? I hope you're doing wonderful. And it's great to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope everybody had a great day today. We got 60 beautiful people in here, and we got 60 likes. What is up with that? You guys are amazing. That's awesome. Please share this out if you will, guys. Let's get this out there to everyone and anyone we can and get this out into the algorithm. So thank you so excuse me very much for that. You guys rock and roll. 63 likes, 63 people. I've never seen that happen. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for that. Tonight, as you guys very well know, we will be once again checking into the Sebastian Rogers scenario. There's some things that have gone on throughout the past few days. We talked a little bit about it when I was over there at Clues today. I think they'll be jumping in here tonight too somewhere. But I told you guys last week. Yeah, we're gonna be We're gonna be following Nick Baris' live via Facebook here soon as well, and that's gonna be another update. But I told you guys I felt like something was coming as of Wednesday. If you don't remember, I still feel that way. We'll have to see what happens. I hope we get some good news as compared to bad news. So we'll see what happens. Um, Sorry. my child needed to speak to me again. He only does it when I'm live because he knows. So anyway, let's see who we got joining us tonight. All you awesome, beautiful peeps. Sorry. It looks like, of course, my awesome and amazing Doodlebug. What's happening, Duty? Good to see you tonight. Jones' mom, one. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Miss Cassie. Thank you for joining us tonight. Josie West is back in the house. Welcome. Great to have you. Miss Victoria, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Carolyn Miller, welcome back. Great to see you tonight. Miss Zelda, welcome. Good to have you. Good to see you. I hope you're not working too hard out there. Tracy, again, good to see you. Good to have you here. Melissa Iorio, thank you for joining us again. Mr. Arctic Fox, True Crime. What's going on, brother? Good to see you again tonight. Nona McPoppins, welcome back to you. Stevie Boy, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. SWTC. I'm sorry if you don't like Stevie. Just like doing that. Welcome. Good to see you. Robert Bell, welcome back to you. Always a pleasure, my friend. Miss Cassie, again, my dudes. That's Cassie's language, folks. Cass etiquette. That's what we call it. That's what I call it. Brandy B, my OG in the house, as always, without fail. Never, ever a doubt in my mind. Neil Homestead, thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Lucy's mom. We got a couple moms in here. Good to see you tonight. Lucy's mom, thank you for joining us. Rissa Roberts, welcome back. Great to see you. Tabby Cat, hey y'all, back to you. Great to see you tonight. Miss Annie Ruler, hola, right back to you. And again, guys, everybody behave because the karma police is in the house. Let's be good. Miss Vic's Logic, welcome to you from over the pond. Good to see you. Good to have you. Let me see. Yes, it does get me. This case really gets me. Unfortunately. Tracy again. Welcome. And DS, welcome back to you. Tree Baby Tennessee. Hey, and welcome back to you. Salty Grace is in the house. Welcome. Great to have you here. Josie West, great to see you. Summer Jade, welcome back to you. Let me see here. Senny Kerf, what is going on with you and Big Al? Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Appreciate you very, very much. Marina Girl, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Lisa Vallejo, welcome back. Love having you here. Gwen Rad, thank you for joining us. I love seeing the new faces, guys. Come on in. Find a chair, get comfortable if you will, please. I appreciate you so much. Janet Riff, thank you for being here. Let me see here. Slide on down the bottom. Jackie Young, welcome back. Great to have you here. Of course, the amazing and awesome Miss Wisdom Speaks. Miss Sherry, welcome back to you. Great to see you tonight. LR, welcome back to you. Great to have you here. Polly Pepper, hey. Welcome, Pamela. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Firefly, it's been a minute. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for joining us tonight. Always happy to see you. I know some of you guys might be getting bored with this because I've been on this case hard, but I told you guys I'm not stopping until we bring this child home, period. So I will get back to some things coming this week. I didn't get a chance to get with Salty this morning. Get her computer running and working and doing everything right. I want to get in here and I want to do a Delphi show, guys. Full coverage on it. So that's my plan coming in this week, next week coming up. Cluminati's here too. Good to see you, Clue. Thank you for joining us. Good to have you here. Salty's in the house. Always a pleasure. Debbie Clark, thank you for joining us. It is just like the Twilight Zone. Miss Leslie, welcome back. Good to see you, dear. Thank you for joining us tonight. And again, all of my amazingly awesome mods, thank you for being here. I can't, nor will I ever be able to do this without you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me, as always. And again, all you amazing meatballs, thank you for being here and doing this with me tonight. I appreciate it very much. Absolutely, Noni. Absolutely. Thank you. Michelle Weddle, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Teresa, thank you for being here. Jingles, what is up with you? Yes, it is coming fast. That's a fact, Salty. It is coming real fast. So we got to get some talking in. Absolutely, Robert. And I appreciate that you say that. And all of you for that. I know you guys all support this. And it's really It's really appreciated. Good golly, Miss Molly. I was just getting ready to yell for you. Dinner. Come on in, Molly dear. Thank you, Pammy B. Welcome back to you as well. The other Teresa, thank you for joining. That's great to see. I'm going to give you, one of you guys are going to have to throw a letter after your name so I can split you guys up. No worries, Clue. You're good. You're good. You're good. And of course, last but never ever least, the mouthy one, the mama bear in the house, in the chat. Hello. I'm just a peon. That's okay. I don't, because the chat. Oh, whatever. That crap. Get out of here. You know better than that. That's right, Tree Baby. The dark will come to light. The truth always comes out in one way or another. Party of 5. Welcome back to you. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Yes. One of my other mods, she's out with a her baby is sick. And so I hope that Cassie's little brother, I hope that he's doing okay. Please keep me updated to let me know he's all right, Cass. I appreciate that. I'm sure SRB will as well. I think I got everybody. Come on in, everyone. Grab a seat, get comfortable. This late night show that we're doing. I was busy throughout the day with Caden, and then I was in some, I guess you could call them minimal conference calls with other peeps, which is why I wasn't live earlier today, but I was not going to go through a whole day without jumping in here with y'all. You know better than that. Come crime with me. I will if you come crime with me. I love that name. I just hope he's found either way. I hate thing. I swear to God, I know I agree with you. Coffee's cooking. There you go. Miss Carolyn Miller, thank you for being here. Josie West, again, in the sauce. Congrats, Josie. Thank you so much for becoming a member of this awesome family. I appreciate you. We all love it and appreciate you too. Thank you for being here with us. That goes for all you meatballs. You are all so very much appreciated. More than you know. Excuse me. LR, good to see you. Never happened to LA. I haven't seen her in a minute. Few people. Phantasmic. I haven't seen her in a while either. I miss her. See, I notice when you guys aren't around almost daily by the names. And I know who you are. So I'll be trying to go hiding on me because I will come looking for you. That's why I want you to leave in your DNA on the like button on the way in the door so I can come find you later. Once you're part of this family, it's hard to get out. That's all I'm saying. We love you guys so very much. If Dago doesn't go live by 2 tomorrow, I will expect you all to be there. I will and expect you all to. Oh, well, there you go. See? Now she's pressuring me. She expects you to be there. That's an order, folks. Gianna, welcome back to you. Great to see you. Make sure you guys, if you're not subscribed to Mama Bear's channel, please, one of you guys drop that link real quick. Because I know that a few of you guys are, but we need to get everybody in there because we're all going to be bouncing back and forth. That's right. Once you're in, sounds threatening. Once you're in the family, you're stuck. That's how it works, guys. Don't forget, I am Italian. You know how that goes. 104 beautiful peeps in here with 90 likes. 10 more, guys. Guys, you had this rolling from the beginning. We can hit that. We can hit that algorithm with no problem here. Welcome, Willow. Good to have you here again, dear. Evie Marie, welcome back to you. You know, I got to say something. I got to thank you guys. There are a lot of you guys here, and it blows my mind that no matter what time of day or night that I go live, I look over and you guys are here regardless, no matter what. The loyalty that you guys have shown to this channel, the support that you guys have shown to this channel blows my mind. You guys, you don't have to do it, but you do it. It's amazing to me. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about road dirt, a missing person, or whatever I had for dinner. You guys are here, and I love that and appreciate each and every one of you for that. Gray Pearl, welcome back to you. Good to see you. There is Mama Bear's link right there for that channel. If you cannot, thank you, Clue. If you have not, please go over there, check that out, subscribe, and show some support. True crime time, laugh out loud. We are simply amazing. Simply the best. Yes, you are. Michelle Weddle, thank you for that. What the hell is road dirt? I don't know, Clue. I was just talking. Road dirt, the dirt on the road. When you're driving down the road, there's dust flying, gravel, dirt. Is that getting me back for earlier today when I was asking you those stupid questions? I think it is. It's okay. I got you. It's cool. I deserve that. And there it is. Evie Marie, a member for 10 months. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Evie, thank you so much for being part of this family. We appreciate you. Oh my God. Really, Gray? Don't be doing that because they're both in here and they're both going to come at me now. Thank you very much. I'm not even going to make mention of what you said. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all for checking out Mama Bear's channel because she deserves it. She works very hard at everything she does. So here we go. In the country, we don't talk about what happens on dirt roads. You mean in the backwoods? Because that was already stated in chat. I'm waiting for Salty to come flying down here now and say something. Go ahead, Salty. Let me have it. Again, Evie, thank you so much for being part of this family and this community for 10 months. That's amazing. We love and appreciate you very much. What happens on dirt roads stays on dirt roads. You tell them, Cass. You guys are awesome. Every one of you guys, please, if you will, please subscribe to Mama Bear's channel. I promise you, you won't be disappointed because I will be over there as often as I can helping out with that channel as well. Oh, of course. See? Good. Let's move on then. That way Salty won't go there. She's in Delphi. Delphi on the mind. That's why we got to talk about it soon. You're buffering. Oh, no. Is it you or me, Sherry? I'm just stay out of my back door. Oh, my God. Great. Okay. Arctic says, in my neck of the woods, we hunt patches of road amongst the pothole. Right. I got you, bro. Same here. North Carolina mountain man, my brother. What's going on? Good to see you tonight. Good to have you here. Oh, let me shut this down and get the volumes turned down. All right. I want to say welcome back also because almost all of them are here, but I want to make it known. I want to say welcome back to my family, my true family in here. Not true, but my my moderators and all that. I want just to say welcome back to all of you. I'm so very grateful to have you all back together in here. It means a lot to me. So thank you all. Welcome, Jessica. Thank you for being here. We get dinner from the back rows. That's right. That's good stuff. Miss Zella, thank you. And all of you, thank you for those of you that have and do donate to these links here. That is, you guys, what keeps me going. It keeps the bills paid. It keeps my internet paid, my StreamYards rolling, all of that. Thank you for those of you that do donate to that. It's amazing. You guys are rock and roll. Road dirt in the backwoods with tree beavers. Oh my God, Mama Bear. I'll get mushy if I want to, Miss Cather. It means a lot to me. You guys mean a lot to me. It's very important. Hiromi, no. Welcome. Clue. Arctic said, you said potholes, right? We hit the algorithm, y'all. I do believe we did. All right. Let's see here. That's running like a honey bun. That's hilarious. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. 108 likes. Yes, we are out there. You guys are amazing tonight. Thank you so very much. And Miss Zelda, thank you for that as well. For anybody that has pulled anything and sent it my way because of that. The coffee. For those of you, War Eagle did that. Sending coffee from Amazon. Oh my God, I love it. Love it, love it. And love you for it. 108. Yes, sir, Robert. So again, to all of the, and you all know who I'm talking to, the family that's all back together in here. Please know how much I do adore, love, and care about you all. And I am very appreciative to have you all here again together. Means the world to me. So thank you once again. And Miss Carolyn with the green hearts for Sebastian. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so very much. So Nick Baris is supposed to be live here around 9 anytime now. So give me one moment here to make sure that I have everything ready for that. We're gonna check that out. 1 second here. And talk about some of that stuff to make sure it's up and rolling. As of 58 minutes ago, it's interesting. Several new 58 minutes ago, he posts to his Facebook account. There's several new developments in the high profile missing persons case of Sebastian Rogers and Riley Strain. Sebastian remains missing in Hendersonville. Tragically, Riley's body was recovered from Cumberland River Friday. Both case investigations remain open. New exclusive details on both. And that will be at 9 p.m. Central Time, which is in about 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh your own. And we will be following that show, that stream, that live interaction. Wow, Gray. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes that boat float, we're good. Terry Martin, somebody from Chris Proudfoot's family, a lady was following Molly yesterday with her cell phone above the steering wheel and filming her. Her car was in the driveway at Katie's last house. Okay. That's interesting. Welcome, Skinny. An hour and no, we're 6 minutes because it's about to be, wait a minute. It's 8:55 p.m. Eastern time here, so 6 minutes and I think he'll be live. I'm sorry to hear that, Gray. 4 minutes, I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me, Mama Bear, once again. That would be 10, Evie? Are you sure? It's 8 p.m. Central. I'm Central. Well, okay, you guys got me confused. I thought it would be 9 p.m. my time. Aren't they? And I thought they were just an hour. Cluminati, what is that? That's you live there. Or no, wait, where's he at? I don't even know where the hell Nick. I'm not Central. I'm Eastern time, Carolyn. Eastern Standard. I thought I was right. Yeah. Skinny says 10 Eastern Standard. It's 8:56 here, so it would be 9 o'clock my time in a few minutes. That's what I thought. 9 p.m. Eastern. That okay. Right, Terry. Terry lives here, so oh, holla to you, Sarah. Good to see you. Nick is Eastern time. Okay. Well, he says on his Facebook thing it would be at 8 p.m. Central time, share. So that would be. Don't get you. Shut up, Clue. 4 minutes. We'll see what happens, guys. It should be in 4 minutes now. So I do get the time zones messed up every now and again. I know that Clue and Cletus they're an hour off from me. Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Yes, see? Oh, you telling me I was wrong. Come on now. Nope, not today. What's going on? Good to see you tonight. We got 127 amazing people in here tonight. We are in the algorithm. Let's do this. It's 2 minutes. I know that, Mama Bear. Is he doing it from his channel or from his Facebook? And there was a interview he did today, where they showed the area that had been searched. Welcome, Virginia. Good to see you. Yes, I got it. Clue. I know. 876 Central. You guys are killing me with all this. All right. 8 Central is 10 Eastern. Oh, Lord. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't come on here in a couple minutes, then we'll know that it'll be an hour and we'll have an hour to talk about stuff until we get to it. Either way. Welcome, Jen Burris. Good to see you again tonight. Kat K, welcome back to you. Great to have you here. Welcome to the new peeps that have jumped in here recently. Even today, I appreciate you guys so very much. Yes, exactly. What did you say, Doodle? 8765309. Jenny. Who can I turn to? 2 plus 2 is still 4, though. Yes. And who's on first? I don't know. Come on, y'all. You guys are killing me tonight. Thank you, Brandy, dear. And thank you to every one of you for that as well. The time change screws it all up. Yes. Not to mention the things I screw up. Welcome, Cynthia, and thank you for that. And I will be on there with her soon. She may be live without me. I don't know, but I will definitely be joining her soon on her channel again. She's on vacation this week, so we should do a live there. The boom, welcome. Good to see you. Salty Grays, 10 East. You guys are still talking about it. You didn't have time change yet, Carolyn? We did. We had that 2 weeks ago. I think, don't we all do it at the same time? Nick Baris is the newscaster, cat that has been covering the Sebastian case from the beginning. Welcome, Moonlit Baby. Good to have you here. It's 6 there, Victoria. It's 9 here. He's on now. See? Oh, shut up, Clue. Trying to mess with my head. It should be popping up here. Carolyn, yeah, she's in Washington. I know you are. You're all good, Clue. Where is it? Where are you at, Nick?
The shanty counted thousands sprung up almost overnight here in Plaza de la República.
And there's the link for Clue's channel for those of you that aren't subscribed. All right, let's see. Yes, you did miss it, Miss Carolyn. So you've been an hour behind us for all this time. All right. All right, it could be starting any time now. Where are you, Nick?
Best dog ever.
I don't think this is it. Is anybody? She's in Washington, Mama Bear. This isn't it, is it? No. Where are you watching that, Jackie? Because I'm on his Facebook and I don't see it. Or is it a commercial about a dog? Or is it something to do with a dog? The only thing I see is I think I'm in there. Then click on his videos. Hold up. Oh, here it is. Damn. Thanks, Clue.
Is it possible he received a roofie or was drugged in one of his drinks at the bars? I checked with Metro Police detectives asking him about that. I had learned that that very same evening, another individual, not with Riley Strain, but hitting the bars downtown, had been drugged and was robbed of $30,000 downtown. He woke up unconscious, doesn't remember anything. Somehow they got hold of his bank account, cleaned out his bank account, and that's.
Yeah, he's having streaming issues. Please be patient, guys.
The sign of being roofied. We've heard of cases like, because a lot of the security video that was made available to us showed him clearly staggering under the influence of something as he walked along the streets of Nashville, making his way down toward the Cumberland River where he was last seen. So some people say the live is freezing up, but that is his system. Again, I did talk to Metro police and detectives, asking him if they thought he had video from all of those locations and tried to monitor it. And at no time did they see any evidence of someone possibly tainting one of his drinks. Now, is it possible they could have missed that? Absolutely. And what we know then is the tests will be done. We'll see if he had other substances in his body. One thing that a lot of people are waiting for, and this was not made public, and I asked Dr. Lee when he fell into the river, he would have inhaled water into his lungs, and that would have been a sure they ended up in the water, which could be an indication of foul play. And he said, while sometimes that's true, that is not a clear-cut indicator. In fact, he says that's not all that definitive whether there's water or not. And I asked him, I go, so what do you mean by this? And the medical examiner told me the laryngeal spasm right here, all right? And this spasm.
Welcome, Meta Mom Christie.
No longer breathe. Okay, so
Randy,
in his lungs or not, but if they didn't, it does not necessarily mean that he was dead before he fell into the water. Basically, Riley's strain was just an.
This is about Riley and about Sebastian, guys. These are just updates on Sebastian's scenario.
Absolutely horrible accident.
I think they got the preliminary back on talks,
that
but
he
they're
was
still
thrown out of for whatever type of behavior it was. Does that mean his friends weren't giving him drinks or someone else was buying?
We're still waiting on the full toxicology report to come back on that, which will be, you guys know.
We don't know, but I don't blame the bar for this. There's a 22-year-old legally drinking, and more than half the people in downtown Nashville on any Friday or Saturday night are drunk. It's the truth, okay? Here in my head, you go back up there and have a good evening. We don't know what he
Sorry
told
about the echo.
the fraternity brothers, but I can tell you his mother, who I have an awful lot.
Exactly, Fox.
Of respect for. This woman has grace, and my heart breaks for Riley's mother. But she made it clear that she loves the fraternity brothers. She does not blame and saying, well, I raised my kid not to drink that much. I don't even want to go there. That's ridiculous. It's stupid. And if you're out there still, please don't post, because that's absurd. So beyond that, that's what we know about.
Roll Tide, Miss Christie. This is Nick Baris, guys.
The case we should have was a confluence of circumstances, and you're going to say, okay, Nick, try to explain this to me. Let me give you my scenario based on what I've learned talking to investigators. He gets thrown out of the bar. Okay, he's probably had a lot to drink. I'm guessing these fraternity members, because the cost of drinks are so expensive in these bars, maybe drank before they even left the hotel or wherever they were staying.
Okay, so what it means to be in the algorithm, Cynthia, is it means that my live stream or my video will get up into what YouTube
they're drinking
calls,
because they would drink ahead of time, staggering. And you see
what YouTube calls the algorithm, so that anybody, the whole world will see it, not just you guys. That's all it means. Sorry for the
unfortunately a lot of that sometimes, and start breaking or vandalizing. Riley was just walking and staggering along.
Sorry for all the buffering. It's on his end of things, so hopefully it gets through it quicker. Yeah, I know. He said it's something about his system, but it's really bad. Looks like he's struggling pretty bad with it. I'll try to talk to you in between him talking, that way you guys don't get so bored. Water down, drinks, you'd have to drink a lot to get drunk, right? And the thing is we don't really know what he did before he went to that specific bar. So he could have had a good buzz going before that. We just don't know. Welcome, Spookbait. Good to see you. There you go. I am Bear 2 Two Bears says higher placement in the search and recommended results is what the algorithm is. That's a better way to explain it. Thank you, Bear. Welcome back, Tomboy. I'm glad you enjoyed your meal. Spaghetti's always good. I was going to show you guys. I'll show you guys the Twitter updates too here in a little bit. Once we can get through Nick's live stream, of course. Let's see here. For those of you that stepped away, this is Nick Baris. He's the reporter that's been following these cases from the beginning. What's really doing it now? Was chat still going? He froze completely this time. Okay, Clue. Good to hear. Oh, all right. No problem, Salty. Do your thing. No worries, dear. I appreciate you even stopping by at all. Very much. Not as far as I know yet, Gray. We're trying to get to that. Hey, Holly, good to have you, dear. Appreciate you very much. So, as you guys all know, I joined Clue today for their show before she went out, and I don't think it's me because I can click on something else and it runs. So let me go down for a minute and see what happens here. Hold on, if I can get out of this. Yeah, because I think the rest of this would, if I was having a problem, I wouldn't be coming across to you guys. It's pros did though right now. I can't even get out of it over here. Come on now, Nick. Give me a break here. Yeah, everybody in his chat has said that it's pros. It's weird. That's what I was gonna say. Just restart it. Yeah, it was a great show that Clue had today. I mean, of course, probably because I was there, but I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Maybe it's my tinfoil hat. Maybe that's the problem. Could be, Doodle. We'll see. I can't get out of this though. Here we go. Hold on. Let's try this again. See if it works. Let's see what happens.
Of the search, when you see my story, which I will link to my page when I get done with this Facebook Live, they take me in there and they go over everything that they have done and what they continue to do. Now, after the first 8 days, they dialed back the search effort. They had gone within a radius. They had searched with dogs. They had been out there. They'd covered their ground. They met with neighbors and all of that. Now they're in a stage where they continue to respond to tips that come in either to the TBI or to the local sheriff's department or the public.
Well, it was Old Timer Tuesday.
All kinds of questions. A lot of you are asking, for instance, did they ever go into the family's house and search it? Oh, yeah. They've been into the family's house and searched it more than 10 times with dogs, okay? Did they search the flood drains and the sewer system? I have video of where they've gone in there and searched every one of the drainage pipes that are in this neighborhood underneath it. They've been in there. They've searched it. Have they searched caves? Yes. They've had spelunkers in. The map shows where all the caves are, and they've been all those places. They've had calls in, bones found over here, and they go and investigate the bones. Turns out to be deer bones. And we should say this. There have been a few cases where searchers come across bones and they call it in and make a big hullabaloo about, oh, we better check this out. At this point in the game, if Sebastian is dead and he's somewhere out there, he is not skeletonized yet. He is not skeleton. He hasn't been out there long enough that all that would be left is skeleton, okay? So if bones are found, it's at this stage of the game, it's not Sebastian. It's just not. But they still out trying to reconnect there, okay? So what I can tell you is that law enforcement, and I hope to learn more from that side of it, from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, but EMA and all of them, very, very, they're busy working a case like their responsibility to come to the public and constantly comment. And they say, look, they're frustrated with a lot of the armchair detectives out there and the conspiracy theories and the blaming. And what I want to go back to again here is with regard to the parents. The stepfather, Chris Proudfoot, okay, the biological mother, Katie, neither one of them are considered suspects. There's no indication at this point of foul play, and they've been cooperative throughout. So has Seth Rogers, his biological father. And it's not fair to go after them. A lot of people are making a big fuss over the fact that it looks like Chris and Katie have left the home there and took off in his camper. And they're like, well, did he just take off? Where's he going? Well, he works. He lives in the camper when he goes to locations to do his construction work or whatever it is back in the Memphis area. And yeah, as much as they want to continue searching, they know law enforcement is doing this. And he has to work. So that's where they've gone. They've gotten into the camper. And
Nothing,
Listen, a lot of
Pamela.
people have asked me. I have not had a chance to interview them, and that's fine. They've done plenty of other interviews, and I had most recently a chance to listen to their interview with Nancy Grace. A lot of you have asked me, what do I think of that? What do I think of the Nancy Grace interview? And I think I heard a lot of the same things that I've heard in other interviews, nothing particularly new, but I will say this about Nancy Grace and the stepfather and biological mother sitting there and answering the questions. She went after them. She covered a lot of ground, okay? She asked them pointed questions, and to their credit, they answered them all. And so where I sit, again, you all may have some suspicions, and you're frustrated that he hasn't been found, but there is no evidence whatsoever, okay, that the parents had anything to do with his disappearance. Now, hey, that could change if something new develops. But my belief, and especially after listening to the Nancy Grace interview and the way they answered, and she asked a lot of pointed questions for over an hour. I thought her interview was the best of all of them I've heard of any of the,
I agree, it was.
podcasts. And I think they've done a couple local media interviews. That was the best. It covered it all, and they stuck with it and answered all of her questions. And, you know, among other things, you know, and I haven't heard this confirmed from law enforcement, but Katie, the biological mother, said she took and passed a lie detector test. Now, I know there was an earlier report I heard that Chris said that he had taken a lie detector test and passed it. But now on Nancy Grace's, he said he hadn't taken it yet, but he's willing to. She said if she sets one up, would he do it? And he said absolutely. So again, whether you pass a lie detector test can be an indicator, but there's a reason those are not admissible in court. Lie detectors are unreliable by definition. And so yeah, that's something. But I just wanted to hit on that. After listening to that interview with them and the way they sat there and answered many of Nancy Grace's, you know, pointed questions over and over again, I give them credit. They answered them. And you may have your suspicions, and we may all want to think, well, that's most likely. I've just got to say, no, at this point, please don't threaten the step-parents.
Awesome, Victoria. Thank you for the info.
Biological father. There is zero evidence linking them. And trust me, if the TBI or the sheriff's department thought they had something, they'd take it right now to the district attorney. They would get an indictment and they would arrest them on the spot. And you know what? It doesn't take a whole lot. If they had circumstantial evidence, they could say, let's just go ahead and take a stab at it and see if they break under questioning. If they had anything, they would do that. You don't think they're feeling pressure to solve this case? So let's just put that to rest. You know, in the absence of any new evidence that surfaces, I think we need to just stop, you know, trying to point the finger at individuals where there's no evidence. I'm not going to spend any more time talking about that, but it's not fair to go after them, in my opinion. So where does it go from here? It was, like I said, very interesting. I had access. You need to see the story because the huge map in their control nerve center that documents everything they've done and that they continue to do. They were just out this past Thursday based on what they thought was a credible tip. Okay. Ken Widener, who I have an awful lot of respect for, says, listen, I appreciate all these other volunteers and, you know, the Cajun Navy and others that maybe are looking, that's fine. And he knows that a lot of them are searching based on maybe psychic tips or whatever. I don't know how you feel about psychics. You know, I'm just going to tell you, I have never covered any case in my career.
Absolutely. We all have our own mind, guys.
Do some research and offer opinions, and it's worth looking. Hey, if you want to look anywhere, that's great. But Ken made it clear. He didn't want to speak poorly of psychics, whatever. If you want to go that route in the absence of everything else, that's fine. But he said they have to deal with credible tips. And they wait until they hear either from the sheriff's department or the TBI on something they need to check out, and they go. And they've been going on a regular basis. And if you look at just the sheer volume of places they've been and what they've looked at, yeah, don't for a second think that they're not continuing to work this case. But after a month, they won't answer these questions. But I can tell you, after a month and finding no trace of Sebastian, you have to assume somehow, some way, either he's gotten caught or fell into some kind of tight spot that he could never get out of, in which case by now he is dead, or he was abducted or taken by someone.
I'm going to talk about the Cajun Navy here in a minute.
There's no social media for him. He did not have a cell phone that was checked that had anything in it. So where is he? And the frustration by Ken and Mickey and others with EMA is there. They're used to getting results. And when they do things by the book, they're used to finding the people they're looking for, whether it's dead or alive, and they cannot explain where he is. It's a quandary. And as I've said all along, let's go back to this. Children do not disappear, just vanish without a trace on their own. Could Sebastian have found a way to disappear on his own? It's not outside the realm of possibility, but it's highly unlikely. So could someone else have been involved? That's it. I wish I had more to tell you about the case with Sebastian RGERS. I think from the very beginning,
I know, it's bugging me too.
A lot of conspiracy. Where is he? Someone grabbed him. From the very beginning, I think we all knew the most likely scenario was somehow, some way he had fallen into the river. And that's exactly what happened. With Sebastian, we talked about dogs. I talked about that with Ken today. And it's been back and forth about, well, the dogs initially traced ascent all the way down to a pond, which they then drained and as such. And really, the dogs never hit on anything that they considered to be a hard and fast Sebastian trail. And hitting on that pond, they went with divers and then they drained it. There was nothing there. So that was a red herring. The dog was on something else. The dogs. And again, Ken made a point. Bloodhounds and cadaver dogs are valuable tools, but they're not foolproof. They miss scents. They're not able to hit on that. It is, for a lot of people, hard to believe that if you did go walking down this area, that the dogs didn't hit on something solid that night. Again, many of you have seen the video that I posted of what appeared to be two lights outside of Sebastian's home. The parents say that they don't believe that's flashlights or anyone out there. And the TBI and other investigators say they've collected home video of all kinds of, possible lights. And they say there's nothing of evidentiary value. And I will take them on their word on that. I would like someone to explain to me what those lights in my story are. Maybe it's a reflection off something. Maybe they, explained it as, someone out walking their dog or chasing a cat, and that's how they explained it. But I would like to know, because the video I posted, and if you go back on, there are ways on my page or look at newschannel5.com, appears to show what looks like maybe lights moving outside in the area around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. But I'm just going to say at this point, from the parents to the TBI and others, they say they've reviewed it. They say, at least right now, it's not of any evidentiary value. Fair enough. I wish they'd tell us what they thought those lights were, and they never have. A lot of people have asked about why has law enforcement not released the 911 call made in the Sebastian RGERS case. I mean, we heard the 911 call from Riley Strain, and the reason for that is there wasn't a 911 call. The way I understand it is the stepfather is the one who made the call, and he made the call from when he was in Memphis. Dialing 911 from Memphis doesn't work anyway, okay? Because that would take you to the Memphis 911. So, depending on where he's calling from, I guess. But what he said is, because, and this was in the Nancy Grace piece, that he called directly to the sheriff's department. So my understanding, if that's true, there's no recording. He called directly to avoid transfers and the such that would have taken time. He called straight to the sheriff's department, and they responded within 10 minutes. And as I said, I think law enforcement from top to down and bottom has done an excellent job. So what bothers me about this is they've done such an excellent job, and we're at a loss to explain what happened to Sebastian RGERS. I don't know at what point a case technically goes cold. It's not there yet, and no one is giving up. But after 4 weeks, unless he was abducted, the belief has to believe is that he's no longer alive. But where is he? Where's the body, if that's the case? And if he is alive, who took him and where and why? No answers for you on that. So feel free to speculate. There's speculation and rumors out there. But what I do want to put to rest, at least with the story tonight, those of you who say, thank goodness for all these other groups out there looking, because EMA and others, the professionals, are no longer doing it. That's just a simply false pretense. They continue to be very involved, and I saw it firsthand today. All right, so I'm going to scroll back through some of the questions. You can agree with me, disagree with me. You can ask on either one of these cases, and I will do the best I can to answer this for you wherever you may.
All right, so he hasn't added anything new. Okay. He kind of gets on my nerves a little bit, but he does bring information. So I just wanted, that was Nick Baris. He's a reporter for our local news channel that has been covering it. I just don't like the way he approaches it. He doesn't have a very good bedside manner, for lack of better terms. Exactly, Doodle. So dead. No longer alive, dead. Did the cops? Yeah, right. I mean, that's how it kind of looks, Clue. I agree with you, and it's just rude. There's parents that could be watching this, and that's poor taste. I'm sorry, absolute poor taste. I'm not happy with the whole way he presents himself. That's all I'm saying. And I'm, if anybody is, no offense, sorry, but he does look like Where's Waldo. I agree. Baby girl, welcome. I think he's trying to hold out hope, but it's been a month. And I get that, baby girl, but there's a way to. There's a way to say it with having a little couth with it, if you know what I'm trying to say, because this is a child, mind you, first off, whose parents are missing him. So to hear that come out of somebody's mouth, thank you, Gray. Uncouth as hell. Mittens for Mittens, good to see you. Motors Mary, welcome. Good to have you here. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, Mary. That actually happened very close to me. Harley Dilly was his name. And I brought this up 2 weeks ago, thinking not that they're going to find Sebastian in a chimney, but it was one of my thoughts because he likes small spaces to hide in. So, and that's it. I agree with that. If his own father hasn't given up hope yet, why should we? I think we all want to bring this child home alive and well. So that's all I'm saying. And this has been rough, guys. This whole thing's been rough. It's hard. So anyway, moving forward, the things that we do know is a lot of people have seen a lot of stuff. We talked about it in Clue's channel today about the Cajun Navy. There's some things that they did that I'm not real happy with, but and now at this point, I'm starting to wonder if there's a method behind their madness. I'm not giving them props because I'm kind of disappointed in them. I hear other things that are going on with them. I'm not going to say it because I don't know if it's concrete or not, so I'm just going to let it be. That they were not doing things the right way is what we've seen so far. So at this point, I don't know. We'll see what law enforcement does or says as far as they're concerned. That's my look at it. Okay. We do know though that EquiSearch is on the job, and I'm very impressed and happy to hear that because they've been there. That's important to me because EquiSearch should have been there from day one if they haven't been. And they've been quiet if they have been. They've had, if you look at the flyer, they're the name and the number that's on there when you if and when you see or hear something. Okay. I'm gonna show you real quick. And I never paid attention to it. I don't know why. But again, this is the flyer, guys. Call EquiSearch Midwest. There's the number. Okay. 513-503-3706. So they're on the case, period. I think EquiSearch is very good at what they do. He's the one guy that runs this. I think his name is or he's one of the people that run it. Tim, I think it is. He's very compassionate. He's very good with people. So I think that they have their heart in the right place with this too. So, and they're good at their job. That's another thing. That's another important thing to me. So hopefully they will be able to do something with this. Yeah, I don't know, Clue. I don't know what's going on they're saying this, they could be that there's nobody there at the time to be able to answer, which doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. I am Two Bears asking, have you seen my flyers around the town? Clue. That's awesome. It is Tim. You're right, Victoria. Making sure I'm keeping up with the chat right. Terry saying, according to Seth, nobody has cleared. And that's true. Nobody's been cleared, you guys. Nobody. I don't care what Nick says that, this one's not involved or that one's not involved. This and blah, 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 blah. Law enforcement will tell us when whoever's been cleared has been cleared. That's how I'm looking at it. That's all I'm listening to at this point. Mary says, Laud. Dago Laud. I got a direct comment from a retired general, specifically USACE Army Corps, about that group and their behavior on the Army Corps property. Also knows them about their conception. Is that good or bad, Mary? Because it sounds like it's bad. And I've looked into them a little bit today, and there's been a lot of bad reports from what I've seen. So take it for what it is, guys. So let me catch you guys up on a couple other things that are involved with this. Take it for whatever it is. You guys are smart people with good hearts and good heads. So I will let you guys differentiate between what you think is real, not real, right or wrong, good or bad. So 1 second here. So 5 hours ago, JLR did a live stream just to give you guys an update on this scenario.
Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Where is 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers? Sebastian Rogers from Hendersonville, Tennessee, vanished around February 26, 2024, maybe the 25th.
Just had 6 cops pass the house flying. I hope that has nothing to do with Sebastian, Clue, if you think about that.
Katie Proudfoot, Christopher Proudfoot, prime suspects in my eyes when it comes to this case. And we've been following it extensively, boots on the ground. I am in Mississippi. There has been a Proudfoot spotting in Mississippi. And I want to show you what's going on. They're at a campground in Mississippi. Yes, Yogi Bear Campground, right on the other side of the border of Tennessee and Mississippi, close to Memphis. Now let's talk about Sebastian Rogers. A lot of people are a little bit mad right now that the stepfather and the mother have fled or left their Henderson, Tennessee area home. Wow.
Terry, well, if they would allow them to leave state if they're not under suspicion, for one, or for two, if they are, I'm sure they would have somebody tailing them or watching them if they are. That's all. If they are being suspected of anything, they don't want to tip them off to that, so they're not gonna, hold them back or anything like that. So, maybe that's one thing that Nick was right about, that they're not under any suspicion at this point. So we'll see what happens. Everybody has their own opinions about this. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm at with that. So I'm sorry I didn't answer the rest of that earlier, Terry. And that's what I'm saying. It's obvious that they probably don't have anything to hold them on at this point. So we got to look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? We have to be realistic and fair, as what I've been saying. They're trying to say in some senses. We all have our questions and we all have our issues with certain things that have gone on, but we got to look at it for what it is.
Sebastian's biological father, Seth Rogers, and volunteers are out there searching, looking all in the woods of Hendersonville, Sumner County, and a lot of locations between Hendersonville, which is right outside Nashville, and Memphis, where Christopher Proudfoot worked as a crane operator. He said at St. Jude's Hospital. We went there, boots on the ground. They're actually doing a lot of construction. But Sebastian could be out there somewhere. He even could be in Mississippi. And I say that because it's interesting about this case. We've been following every meticulous detail, every interview we've been listening to. And the Proudfoot spoke to Nancy Grace. And in that interview, Chris Proudfoot, the stepfather, admitted that he hasn't taken a polygraph. Interesting. Katie says she did and she passed. That's interesting. Where was Christopher Proudfoot during the early morning hours of February 26th or in the late night of the 25th? And is it possible? Now, I'm saying this because Proudfoot stayed in an RV park. And the RV park that I just showed you is one of a few that Proudfoot would stay at. He would take his truck with the RV and take it to the campground just south of Memphis in Mississippi and then go to work and then go back. And he was claiming that he was in Mississippi, or we're not saying Mississippi, but near his work, which is most likely Mississippi, for all of more or less February, since the beginning.
To answer your guys' question, my understanding is that they left. A few of you guys have asked this. They clearly gave that answer. They left to Christopher had to go back to work. And Katie followed him to help him get set up there. And then she stated she was coming back home. So I'm going to go with that as being why they left. That's all.
Of February, he said he haven't seen Sebastian since the beginning of February, which is interesting. I'm just wondering, has authorities searched those campgrounds that are near Christopher Proudfoot, all in those areas? He claims he didn't take a polygraph. If he didn't take a polygraph, what about the alibi? Does he have an alibi or not? Sebastian is out there. Keep his name in the spotlight. Searchers are still searching. Volunteers, Sumner County sheriffs are working around the clock in this case. I'm out in the field covering this case. I'm in Mississippi. I wonder why JLR is in Mississippi. Well, eyes and ears, folks. Eyes and ears. We got eyes. We see what's going on. Will authorities arrest anybody with this case anytime soon? Maybe the Proudfoots? Are the Proudfoots going to be arrested anytime soon? Why did Katie Proudfoot join Christopher and leave and come all the way out into Mississippi? When Sebastian's still missing, no one's home at the Proudfoots. You would think that the mother would stay closest to home, hoping that Sebastian would actually return home, but the mother's not there. How long is the mother going to stay away? What's going to go on with Christopher Proudfoot? Is it going to be business as usual while his stepson's missing? Who was the last people besides the mother, Katie Proudfoot, to see Sebastian? Well, Katie revealed some information at the Nancy Grace interview and said it was two aunts and a cousin. They all went out to eat after they went to the bowling alley. And we've been to that bowling alley. We've been to BJ's. We've been retracing the steps of where they were the day before. I wonder where Christopher Proudfoot was on the 25th into the 26th. Where did he go? What's his alibis? What's his step-by-step? He vows and says he hadn't returned to that home until after the reported call that Sebastian was reported missing. He also revealed, correct me if I'm wrong, 6:20 a.m., February 26th, he made the call. I guess they were on a three-way call. And it's interesting because Katie said she woke up around 6 to wake Sebastian up for school. He wasn't there. And then some sort of course in between, Katie went out of the house and we started driving around looking for him. She did all this in the phone call from 6 o'clock.
I get it, Barbie. And I appreciate that.
How long were the Proudfoots on the phone together before they decided to call authorities? Are they telling the truth, the Proudfoots? A lot of unanswered questions. This young boy is still.
Well, another part of it too, she said on Nancy, she agreed that, and Chris said that there were some comments made by some people that were really out of order. So she did say that, because Nancy asked her if that was another reason why she was going along with Chris at this point. So that was, you know what I'm saying? Another reason why she went with him too. Barbie, thank you so much for the super sticker. God bless. And it really is appreciated so very much for that. Thank you so very much. Arctic, what are we talking about here? I take it this is, what is this about, the billboards, I think. Arctic, is that what you're talking about there with the 500?
Out there, we are covering the case extensively. We covered the searches.
Thank you again.
And we will cover subsequent searches and maybe even do some searches ourselves. We're waiting to see. We're on.
And again, guys, if you listen, everybody, we have to remember this. People are all innocent until proven guilty in any aspect. So again, like I've been saying, you know, she's probably lonely, or she's probably upset, I mean, and doesn't want to be alone during this situation. So there's another reason too, you know. All she has now at this point is her husband, other than like her other family members, but still, you know, that's probably a good point right there. But, and I agree though, Sherry, she is coming back by herself. So I don't know what is going on in that aspect for real, but I'm sure we'll figure it out, you know, down the road.
On standby, subscribe to my channel, like, hit the notification button. JLR Investigates. We will talk soon. Hopefully Sebastian's found. Praying for the RGERS family for sure. Praying for the Proudfoots. Because if the Proudfoots know something, which I feel they're prime suspects, number one and number two, just come forward. This is not going away. Law enforcement, we'll find out who did this. Good always prevails over evil, right? I think so. JLR Investigates. Stay safe.
All right, folks, one moment. One moment, everybody. All right, sorry about that. Somebody had sent me something that they said I should check out. I thought I should share it with you. I don't think it really means anything, honestly. It was kind of interesting. 1 second, Leslie. I'm going back to look, dear. My apologies. Thank you, War Eagle, once again. I'm trying to find it, Leslie. Hold on. Sugar baby, welcome. Good to see you. And I do agree with that. Welcome, Kimber. We watched that in here too at the beginning. Hold on. Let me see, Leslie. I think I'm missing what you were saying. I'm sorry. 1 second here. Where are we? Sarah Laird, welcome back. Good to have you. Alicia P, great to see you. Excuse me. Let me see. That has been talked about a few times there. Virginia. Sometimes the police don't have to. I've been told they don't have to be 100% honest with people, but I don't know if that is, part of how that works in this case. Thank you, War Eagle. I'm looking, Leslie. It must be way back, or it must have rolled over already and I don't see it. I'm sorry that I didn't. I'm trying to keep up. Oh, wait, here we go. Did you see Dolly found that car that was following him yesterday at Katie's old address? It's the only house with a sign, also a big motorhome. It happened an hour. No. Where did you see that at, Leslie? I just saw somebody else that I didn't recognize. And anybody that just popped in here, welcome. It's so great to have you guys here. Been found on the electronics. My initial theory, Arctic says, WB, welcome. My initial theory is that with him being a gamer and not having any friends, that an online predator lured him away. There was a thud that Katie allegedly heard. We don't know what anything. Yeah, that's a good point too. I think the thud is actually way more important than it was brought up to be, and unfortunately, she wasn't able to look into that. Yes, there it is. They can embellish the results and even lie to you legally to get what they need out of the investigation. That does happen. Thank you for that, though, Arctic. I appreciate your input on that. All right, let's check this out real fast here, guys. Somebody had requested to go review this while we're in here, so we're going to review it. And then I'll look into that Dolly thing, Leslie. If you can tell me exactly where and what, sweet Melissa, welcome. We will check that out too.
Obsessed with Emma Louise.
So as we know, Sebastian RGERS is still missing. The people in his life are his father, who he didn't live with at the time when he went missing, his mother, Katie Proudfoot, and stepfather, Christopher Proudfoot. Now, you would expect when a child is missing for people to post about the fact that he's missing. Post the missing poster. Ask for help. And Katie Proudfoot has done that. And there are pictures and asking for help on her Facebook profile. Then on Christopher, the stepdad's site, you see that he has asked for help. He has asked, please help however you can, and shared a photo of Sebastian. Then after that was on the 2nd of March. On the 3rd of March, he posts again about Sebastian asking for help, but then suddenly removes his posts from Facebook. And now it states, this content isn't available at the moment. And this content isn't available at the moment, possibly because the person that posted it has removed the information.
It wasn't an emergency like that, Annie. I was just trying to get in touch with her like quick. That's all. But thank you guys for caring and worrying. I heard that you guys were all trying to figure out and make sure I was okay, and I was, and I appreciate that very much. So I was just trying to get in touch with her to talk about something that was really important and get her opinion on something. That's all. Channel 5 Chicago News has something. Okay. We will get to that right next here.
So why would you remove the please help however you can and photo of Sebastian if he's still missing?
Actually, I'll go back to this because news is quick sometimes. So Channel 5 Chicago. 1 sec. What am I looking for here for the Chicago News 5? Leslie, what am I looking at and where? Are you talking about the bridge? I thought you were talking in regards to this case. Can you hear me there, Leslie? Let me see here. Oh, okay. Hold on. Two hours to go. Are you talking about the how authorities were still looking for Hendersonville teen? I do have a couple other things I'm going to show you guys tonight too. Something in regards to the Soto case that I thought was quite interesting. I think I see what you're looking at now. Thank you, Soda. Let's see. All right, no problems here. Thank you, Zelda, very much, and welcome, dear. I hope you had a good night or a good day today. Oh, I see what we're looking at here. This, I was going to bring this to you earlier. Where did it go? This is showing. I was talking about this a little bit earlier, and I just was going to bring it here towards the end of the talk about this here, but
tonight with an exclusive look inside the ongoing search for Sebastian Rogers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. The 15-year-old disappeared 1 month ago from his Hendersonville home. And since then, there have been few updates from authorities.
The case is certainly frustrating, and we know it's impacted the entire community, which is why we're committed to sharing the very latest with you, including what's still being done now to find Sebastian.
Our Nick Baris was granted full access to the Sumner County Emergency Operations Center to find out, and takes us inside in this exclusive report.
It was 1 month ago that Sebastian Rogers disappeared from his Hendersonville home. Now, this is one of the first times anyone's been inside the Sumner County Emergency Operations Center with a chance to take a look at all that's been done on this map to help find the teen.
This is the system that we use to track all of our searchers.
Ken Widener is director of Sumner County EMA, and from the beginning, he has spearheaded the official search for Sebastian.
The investigation is still active.
It was nonstop during the first 8 days after the teen disappeared.
Thank
No
you for
trace of
watching this
it.
channel.
The professional search effort has since been scaled back, though Widener appreciates volunteers who continue to look following their own leads.
I'm not going to beat up psychics and things, but we've got to vet what we do before we do it.
Widener says they follow up credible leads from law enforcement.
And anytime the sheriff's office indicates or TBI indicates that we've got an area of interest that we need to search, we're ready to go.
And this sophisticated mapping system in the Emergency Ops Center shows they've been busy. There's a report of bones found, and they go.
Fresh bones, We checked that out. It was deer bones.
Divers and spelunkers have been deployed to area ponds and sinkholes.
The white adoption
Thank you,
caves, they've all
Kimber.
been searched.
Also, they've looked in every storm drain within a half-mile of Sebastian's home, and some have wondered about the home itself.
The house was searched at least 10 times.
Dogs?
Dogs, yep.
Widener says bloodhounds and cadaver dogs were used, but contrary to some reports,
None of them, my understanding, were actually on a trail that was following Sebastian.
So this is law enforcement that is saying this live, or not live, but in this interview. And this is what I've been questioning, because last night we heard on the Nancy Grace interview, the Proudfoots state that they followed a trail for a half a mile from the house to that retention pond, folks. This is what I'm talking about. I don't want to say misinformation, but confusing information, because this guy is the emergency management director, I do believe, or something. Yeah, Kimber just said it. There he is. He's the EMA director, so he's involved right in the middle of this. Okay, he would know, I would think, that what's going on with this situation. He should, at least. Okay, so in turn, why are they saying that? I mean, that doesn't help the situation, guys. And I don't know if that was if they were misinformed or what the deal is, but there's been a lot of that kind of stuff going around at this point. So now we have people saying they're lying about this. I feel that's what has happened as well, because we hear one thing and then we hear another thing. Then we hear another thing and goes back to something else that was not true. So that's what I'm saying. That's why this stuff is happening, because there's so many conflicting comments that are being put out there that it's not good. And now, whether it's being done on purpose or not, I can't tell you guys. All I'm telling you is it is making confusion in this case in a bad way. You know, we can call it. I mean, I can say that, guys. I can say that because it's what it is. You know, I'm trying to be nice here, obviously, but I'm just saying, you know, it's not right. Not in a case like this.
date, it's as though the boy simply disappeared. Have you found evidence of Sebastian yourself when you've been out there?
No.
As busy as this map is, I'm told there's still areas to be checked.
That is what is crazy with this. He very clearly just stated when Nick asked him, have you found evidence of Sebastian anywhere? Nothing. There's nothing. It's just literally like he just disappeared into thin air. Poof, he's gone. That makes no sense. That's not humanly possible. Okay? So, just saying, folks.
To look for Sebastian.
Now, there is another thing I'm going to look at here with you guys in a minute that I don't know how you feel about it, but we'll talk about it in a minute.
Sebastian Rogers, and no one is giving up. In Sumner County, Nick Baris, News Channel 5.
It is such a mystery. To date, Sumner County EMA has deployed more than 1,400 trained search personnel to look for Sebastian. They continue to work this case each and every day. Tips can be called into 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Okay. Thank you, Leslie, for the information on that. Cassie, Jesus. Do you know what's going on with him and why they're deciding to admit him? I know he was sick. Your mom told me he was sick, pretty sick earlier and yesterday and the day before, but earlier she said she was in the ER. He's definitely in my thoughts and prayers. I hope he's going to be okay. I pray to God he's going to be okay, actually. Just let me know, or have your mom let me know, or whatever. I'm sorry to hear that. I very, very much am so sorry to hear that. Poor guy. So, hold on here. Oh, one good thing. Everybody's covering this, guys. I want you to see this here real quick. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I don't care who it is. As long as they're talking about Sebastian, it's important to me. So I'm going to show you this real fast here.
Dave Politis, Can-Am Missing Project copyrighted edition for a video channel.
And I'm not saying that this, don't take this for what you see back here, guys. They don't just go looking for people that go missing because of, they believe that it's UFO related. So don't think that. They look in other fashions as well. I'm just telling you that Dave, this guy Dave here, has picked this up as well with Sebastian and another kid that's missing in Nevada. Welcome, Jody. A lot of creators and a lot of different situations are looking for this child. That's how important this is, okay? Yes, David from 411. Absolutely, Vicky. Or Victoria, sorry. I don't know, Barbie. I'm not sure. I'll let you guys see this real quick.
As we all know, we had 2 people missing from Tennessee. One in one in Nashville, and one about 20 miles outside of Nashville. And we're going to talk about one of those, the young boy, 15 years old, Sebastian Rogers. Went missing February 26th this year. He was described as a high-functioning autistic boy, 5'5", 120, wore glasses. Now, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, which is a great outfit, issued this Amber Alert for Sebastian. He was wearing a black sweatshirt, black pants. He left, now listen carefully, he left without shoes, no coat, no phone. And his parents said he never went anywhere without his phone. He was attached to it. And he lived with his biological mom and stepdad. His father's a deputy sheriff in Davidson County. Let's go backwards a little bit. So Sebastian disappeared in the middle of the night on February 26th. Riley Strain in Nashville disappeared 11 days later on March 8th at 9:50 p.m. So hold those thoughts. On February 25th, the night before his disappearance, Sebastian had a normal night. His mom said nothing was unusual. He said at 9 o'clock, she told him to take out the garbage, which he normally did. No big deal. After he took out the garbage, it was time for bed. He went to bed, no big deal. Mom said completely normal. Those are important indicators. Somebody who's highly autistic doesn't hide things well.
I agree.
Live out their issues in front of people. They don't internalize much that doesn't come outward. Well, on February 26th, early in the morning at 6 o'clock, she went in his room just like normal to wake him up. He wasn't in the bed. Searched the room, thought maybe he was playing hide and seek. No, wasn't playing hide and seek. Searched the house. Then she started getting nervous. Got in her car, drive around the neighborhood. Key points. This young man had never run away. He never left in the middle of the night. Family calls the sheriff. Sheriff comes out, and right away they call for a full search and rescue call out. Now, what's unusual about this, in my mind, is that his parents said he left with a flashlight. Well, you don't leave with a flashlight unless you're looking for something or you're going somewhere at night. There was recently home video surveillance footage at that night at 3:10 a.m. behind his house in a common area between homes. I have 2 different flashlights, probably 2 different people, at 3:10 a.m. Now, is it possible Riley saw them and went outside to investigate? I don't know. Well, on February 26th, the sheriff's office sent out helicopters, drones, ATV, UTV. And then on that day, through March 5th, they threw the kitchen sink at this. Bloodhounds, ground pounders. They called in dozens of agencies, Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, dive teams, Tennessee National Guard, FBI. They wouldn't have called in Tennessee Bureau of Investigation unless they thought there was a crime. They wouldn't have called the FBI unless they thought there was a crime. They're not saying it right now, but I'll say it. I think it's a crime. March 7th, TBI made a statement. There's no proof there is a crime, and there's no proof there isn't a crime. Well, that's the biggest statement of the year that absolutely says nothing. That's just like covering your butt. Now, normal behavior at bedtime. Key point. When I heard he left the phone behind and that the phone was attached to him always, it's almost as though he was told to leave the phone behind because that's a tracking mechanism. That's what I thought. No shoes. It was cold in Tennessee. Why leave without shoes and a coat? It's cold. When it's cold, it's painful to walk on your feet. It's dark, but he took a flashlight. I guess I'd want to know, has he ever taken a flashlight at night before in the middle of the night? I'd want to know if the flashlight was in his room, or did he have to go across the family house to get a flashlight? His parents said that he was a boy of routine. Why would you change that now? I also want to know if Riley had any issues at school. Had he been threatened, bullied? And the point I'm getting to with that, he was getting up, his mom was getting him up to go. Sometimes kids that are bullied do the worst of things to themselves. And bullying has led to many deaths. I'd want to know the frame of mind. I would definitely send a detective to school and talk to the teachers, people that are patrolling the grounds of the school during recess. I'd want to know all this. So this is where the family lived, on Stafford Court in Hendersonville, Tennessee. I'll back this up a little bit. Down in here is the Cumberland River. 5 miles from here to the river. Not that far. Not that far. But where else does the Cumberland River go? Nashville. And who disappeared in Nashville in the Cumberland River? Riley Strain. 11 days apart between the two cases. I'm sure it's just a mere coincidence, right? Since all of you believe in coincidence. And a few other things. On Sebastian, autistic kids have a habit of hiding from people they don't know. So you have people in the woods looking for him, calling his name. Autistic kids have a habit of not responding to that, staying under bushes, hiding, running away further. Which is why these are one of those weird cases where you want the parents with you in the field calling their name, letting them know it's all right to come out if they're out there. I don't know if they did it, but I'm just saying in my experience, that's what you have to do. Now, the woods in Tennessee can be really thick, wet. And in this area, It's very rural. And this is like a few streets in this little housing tract right here where they live. But you can see all the blue are bodies of water, creeks, rivers, streams. And that's on the north side of the main road here. On the south side, it doesn't seem as though there is much. Now, missing people don't usually cross roads because a road will indicate that you can find people. So this would be the area they'd be searching if he was missing. The police have been very quiet about this case. Normally, they come out and they'll say right away, it just seems to be a straight missing persons case, blah, blah, blah. There's possibility there's crime, blah, blah, blah. No, on this one, they're being very, very quiet. So my gut tells me you got to play it both ways. You got to play it as a missing person, and you got to play it as a crime. Now, within the last several days, parents have gone out and searched parks in the area. It was unexplained why they are searching these parks, which aren't right in that area, but they are. And they said that they tried to get CCTV footage from other homes in the area. If they did, they're not giving it up. But if somebody has a flashlight and they're walking your neighborhood at 3:10 in the morning, I'd want to eliminate homeowners, and it's not a big area, maybe 25 homes. I'd want to eliminate homeowners as the people that were out, maybe looking for a dog, taking their dog to the bathroom. If I was a detective on the case, I'd knock on every home in that area, seeing if they were out at 3:10 that night. If they were, that eliminates the flashlight scenario. If they weren't, I'd ask them if they have any CCTV footage in the front of their house or in the back of their house. I'd then pull every burglary report in that area in the previous 6 months, every suspicious person report, every arrest within 3 miles of that house. What does that do? It tells you the people that are hanging around that area. And then I'd run every name through a database to see if there's any sexual deviants that live close by. I know it seems like a lot of work, but you start an investigation and it's this wide, and you slowly narrow it down. And this happened February 26th. I have, rest assured, detectives are on it. I know the way they think. They're methodical. I think they'll find Sebastian. I don't know where they're going to find him. I have a hunch they're going to find him. He's a high-functioning autistic person. His parents described him as very smart. Again, he's tall and thin. That's what he looks like. Wears glasses. Keep him in your prayers. Next case. A little different, but another young man, this time 14 years old, just a year younger than Sebastian. This young man's name was Oliver Nash. Went missing August 3rd, 1940. All you people that live in Nevada, raise your hand. Pay attention. Especially if you're in Las Vegas, pay attention, because you're going to know about a location I'm going to tell you about. Oliver had one brother that was a graduate of the University of Nevada and another brother that was playing football at the University of Nevada at Reno. They lived in eastern Las Vegas.
Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to watch this one because this is an old case that they've been covering for a while. Or do you guys want to watch this? Do you guys want to see this? Let me know real quick and I'll keep it going. It's actually pretty interesting, but I just didn't know if you guys wanted to go along with this still. Let me know real quick. If you want to keep watching this, put a 1 in the chat, please. I mean, it's actually really kind of interesting, but and it's not. It won't. Well, I got a whole bunch of yeses and ones. All right, guys. Well, wait a minute. Let me see. Well, shoot. I'll come back because I got more no's than yeses. Sorry. All right, moving on. We'll come back to this one. Hold on. Okay. Now, real quick, I wanted to bring this up for you guys. I thought this was quite interesting, and this is in regards to Meline Soto's case. I know we're jumping all over, but we're covering all this stuff. I really thought this was quite interesting. I wanted you guys to see this too. So hold up here. Again, this is about Meline Soto, so nobody gets confused. And it's pretty interesting, I'll be honest with you.
Compromise with regards to the timeline that she's put forth on this case, which doesn't make any sense. And
the biggest true crime mystery right now, and I call it a mystery because this case has not been solved. No one has been arrested for the murder of Meline Soto, who was reported missing, then found several days later. There's a suspect, but still no arrest. That suspect is Stephen Stearns. Well, he's been arrested, but not for the murder, for all the images that were on his phone. Images of him allegedly abusing this little girl for years.
Yes, Leslie.
For years, since she was 8. She disappeared and then was found dead after turning 13, just after her birthday party. So I want to go through the timeline because tonight we've got some interesting developments in all of this. So let's start with the timeline. Sunday, February 25th. This is when Meline Soto celebrates her 13th birthday. Mom isn't there. Mom isn't at the party, but it's at a relative's house. We believe grandma's house. But Jen Soto, her mom, couldn't be there because she was working. Now we move ahead to the next day. Monday, February 26th. This is when Meline Soto apparently goes missing, right? She's reported missing. 8:40 a.m. Stephen Stearns claims to have dropped her off about 24 miles from Hunters Creek Middle School. At 4:30, her mother, Jen, goes to pick her up, then learns that she never made it to school. At 8 p.m., that's when Jen, the mom, reports Meline missing. And Jen Soto tells authorities that she saw Meline at 8 o'clock that morning getting dressed for school, according to documents obtained by WFTV. Now, let's move forward one day here. Meline Soto, Stephen Stearns sit down with WFTV for an interview on Tuesday. Stearns appears very emotional about Meline's disappearance, claiming the worst part is just not knowing. Jen states that the last time she saw Meline or spoke to Meline was Sunday night. So you have the Sunday night, but then you also have the Monday morning. She's telling them that she saw her getting dressed. Wednesday, February 28th, the search really begins for Meline. Several agencies combined to aid in the search. 50 members of the emergency response team are present. Later that day, on the 28th, Stephen Stearns is arrested on charges unrelated to her death or her missing, but 2 counts, sexual battery and possession of materials to sexual performance by a child. This is the stuff they find on his phone, which he said he accidentally did a factory reset on, right? Let's move forward. Thursday, February 29th, police announced they believe Meline is already dead and named Stearns as the prime suspect in her murder. They believe she was never dropped off at that school or at that church parking lot. They explained that Stearns was spotted ditching her backpack and school-issued laptop on that morning, 7:35. They also claim that she was spotted no longer alive in his car returning to their complex. It's a gated complex at 8:19 a.m. Friday, March 1st, Meline's body is discovered off of Hickory Tree Road, 17 miles from Madeline's home. Police say that Stephen Stearns was spotted by a witness, someone who called Crime Stoppers, the crime line, was spotted nearby changing a tire on the afternoon that she disappeared. And those two areas, we've been there very close to one another right across the street. Friday, March 12th, 60 more charges filed against Stephen Stearns, 8 counts of sexual battery on a child under 12, 5 counts on sexual battery on a child 12 to 18, 7 counts lewd lascivious molestation, and 40 counts of the unlawful possession of materials depicting sexual performance by a child 10 or more times. Hundreds and hundreds of these images on the phone that he claimed had an accidental factory reset on it. So that brings you up to speed on the timeline, right? But there's like, when could this have happened? What was Stephen Stearns doing? Like before the alleged drop-off? Well, take a look at this picture. This is from an app called Telegram. This is really significant, this piece of information.
Yeah, pay attention to this part stuff. This is new stuff, guys. Watch this.
That we got from Gray Hughes Investigates. Now, it's from an app called Telegram. What is the Telegram app? It's a messaging app focused on speed and security. Over 700 million monthly active users. You can send messages, photos, videos, and files of any type. You can create groups of up to 200,000 people. You can create channels for broadcasting to unlimited audiences. You can contact people through phone number or username, and it uses end-to-end encryption, ensuring they have no data to disclose. You get that? So your data doesn't go to the app. So when the search warrant comes for the app, they have nothing to give to authorities because of this encryption. And they say to this day, we have disclosed 0 bytes of user data to third parties, including governments. Okay? So it's pretty secure, this Telegram. So what does this all mean? Let's try to put together this app, Stephen Stearns, and the timeline. My special guest joining us from Portland, Oregon, podcaster Gray Hughes from Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Gray, thank you so much for being here. When you first alerted me to this, I think my response was wow, but let's put this together for the folks at home right now. That image that you sent, explain to me, to the audience, the significance of that image and what it tells you.
Well, if you look back at the image, there's a time of 4:49 and 5 seconds, I believe, but I think it's Greenwich time. So you have to subtract 5 hours from that because Florida is in -5, -5. So that would make it 11:49 p.m. on the day of the party. So it was late in the evening. Now we also know that.
So late in the evening. Let's take this one step at a time. Yeah. So I know you know this stuff like the back of your hand. So it's 11:49 at night that he would be. Does this mean that he's on this app?
Yes, it's actually the last time he used it was 11:49 on the 25th, the night. The party was probably earlier in the day, and that was later in the evening.
Okay, so he's active on this app. So let's think about this for a second. What, from your research and investigation about this app, there's tons of uses for this app. Corporations that don't want their information divulged anywhere.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt, Mickey. I'm sorry. What I've been told is that you can unsubscribe from the channel and resubscribe. Wait a couple minutes, and it's supposedly supposed to allow people that haven't been getting notifications to start getting them again. So let's try that, I guess, and see what happens. You might have to wait 5 minutes once you do it because it's for subscribers that are 5 minutes or longer. That's the only thing I can say to help you, ma'am. Sorry. Barbie just said that's what she had to do. So hopefully that helps.
you know, people sharing information that they don't want third parties to have access to. It's a secured way. But like anything else on the internet, like there's people that come in and use it for their own reasons. So what are some of the nefarious uses that potentially an app like Telegram would be helpful for people who want to do secretive things?
Well, I mean, there were in an article that I read, it was absolutely disturbing. They on Telegram, there's a group called 764 out there where they get a child to send a photograph, and then they use that photograph as leverage against them to do all kinds of crazy things, and that's their goal. They have hundreds of people in there cheering the rest of them on, trying to get the photos, trying to get them. They even have the victims carve their names into their skin of the users so that they can, and then take pictures of it. I mean, it's really one of the most disturbing things I've ever read. Really.
So on this app, thank you. Trying to understand this, because my guess is, like me, most of the folks at home have never used this app, aren't familiar with it. Can you go, is it like live conversations? Are you messaging each other? How do these groups form on an app like this if they want to get together to exchange things that aren't 100% legal, which are like illegal stuff that you wouldn't want to send over a text message or a group chat?
I think it's kind of similar to like Discord, where there's groups that you can go on there, but you have to be invited to go there. I remember during the conflict with Israel and Hamas, there was places you could actually see the body camera footage and see what really happened there. I mean, it was absolutely disturbing stuff, but you can see that people uploaded there, and there was no way to track, you know, who uploaded that or where it came from. And I just feel like what's amazing to me is I think I've been woken up in the last 2 years, maybe even since, you know, the Keegan Klein and the Delphi case, where I think there's so many more predators out there than a lot of us really realize when we're just sitting around, you know, going day to day. There's predators everywhere. Now, something I think is interesting is that, you know, I did 2 interviews with 4 different friends of Stearns. And the thing is one time he filmed one of his friend's mothers, so he was into voyeurism. And I did a show the other night where we talked about how voyeurism sometimes leads to larger things. And then another time he put a camera up in a bathroom and filmed his roommate's girlfriend. Okay, so, and he stored it on a server in the house, and his roommate discovered the folder that those were in. So this is something that seems to be sort of evolving over time, and it looks like it's turned into something greater.
So let's now think about where this is falling, right? So this is just before midnight. The party, there were pictures that we've seen from the party of her outside, and in those pictures, it's still daylight. So it seems like it wasn't necessarily a party that was going late into the night. It's a school night, so why would it go late on a Sunday? But Jen is out working. Her mother, the grandmother of Meline, said that Jen was working late and was tired in the morning. So if he's on this particular app, whatever he's sending or sharing or perhaps looking at, it seems because of the nature of this app, there's no way that investigators are ever going to get their hands on it.
Well, it could be, you know, remember, you mentioned earlier that he factory reset the phone, right?
Right.
So he factory reset the phone, and it cleared out all of this information, and he had over 400 images of, you know, child pornography on his phone. Now, were those all of Meline, or were they from other people? And he was sharing on an app just like Telegram. And here he is at 11:49, right after the party, and right around the time something happened to her. You know, it was either just before that, 11:49, or it was sometime early in the morning, because he's already throwing stuff in the garbage can at 7:35, the laptop and the backpack.
So, number one, the first thing that we've learned for sure, he's up late, right? It's a party, he's up late. We're not sure what time Jen gets home, but what we do know is that in the morning, her mother said she was really tired and they broke out of their normal routine. But I guess the real question tonight, Gray, would be, was this whole thing in the morning some sort of a ruse that like something happens in the wee hours of the morning or before he goes on this Telegram app and Meline is no longer alive and everything that's done the following morning is to make it look like she's dropped off at school?
Yeah, that's absolutely something I was pondering about. I put that in a video. I was just wondering, what is going on? If she was, like, let's say she died sometime early in the morning, did he put her in the vehicle and at 7:35 he leaves? Or are we missing a lot of stuff that law enforcement isn't telling us? Is there a video of his car leaving early in the morning and then at 7:35 he went and retrieved her and brought her back in the car? Because isn't that one of the things that really is strange to you too, that at 8:19 he's returning with her not alive in the vehicle?
That part is strange, really strange. It makes
very much so.
Like it makes no sense, except he's got to return from dropping her off. But if he's returning, but he's saying he's dropping her off at 8:40, he's got to know that he's on video. I mean, those cameras are so obvious at the front gate and the back gate. And if she's visible on the video, and his explanation is she was sleeping on the way to school. But why you like she's sleeping on the way to school, she's sleeping on the way back from school, and then she's sleeping on the way to school again? Like what is this? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense. The thing is at 8:19 he's coming back. There must be a camera that probably could see her laying down in the back, and they think she's not alive. But what did he do after that? Did he go back to the apartment and just park the car, maybe put a blanket over her or something? Because if she's that visible, I mean, how risky would it be to just park your car and people could just walk by? And then I think it's about 4 hours later that he would have taken off to go put her where she was eventually found. So, man, this is, to me, it's just absolutely bizarre.
It sounds like panic.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like panic.
Yeah.
Right? That whatever was happening, and then whether it's during the course of an assault or whether it's because we don't have the autopsy results back yet, so we don't know.
It's okay, Paula.
Cause, manner of death, but whatever is going on that causes her death, it seems to be a lot of panic, a lot of running around. But to actually drive by the school, because then there's the license plate reader picks him up near the school at 8:10.
Yeah.
And then he's coming back with her, visible in the car at 8:19, and claims to drop her off at 8:40, even though school doesn't start till 9:30. Like everything is just off.
Yeah.
Everything is off.
Like the 8:10 time, it almost seems like he's trying to make it look like he took her to school, but then she's in the car when he comes back.
Right.
And if you were right there, why wouldn't you just drop her off? That doesn't make any sense. If you were near the school at 8:10.
For those of you that don't know this, I know the autopsy is taking time, but it's partially because I think she's juvenile. My sources have told me that the cause of death was, for those of you that don't know this, was strangulation as well as blunt force trauma. As hard as it is to hear that, that's my understanding at this point. So blunt force trauma and strangulation, which is disgusting, sadly, that had to even be put out. But I can't look at this guy. It's so hard.
And you would have just dropped her off and then drove home. She wouldn't still be in the car at 8:19, right?
Panic moves is the way I'm seeing it. Gray Hughes,
I agree.
Great to have you on the program. Gray Hughes Investigates on YouTube. Thanks so much for this information as we continue to wait for more of this information from investigators to come out, like the medical examiner's report. We'll see you again, Gray. Thanks so much.
Well, thanks for having me.
So what does this mean for the murder investigation? What does it mean for Jen Soto? There they are, the think tank, getting ready to weigh in. We'll be right back.
Ion kicks off the National Women's Soccer League, airing all
where Meline Soto's body was found. And if you take a glance behind me, you see there's not really much to this road. I mean, there's a little flat land on the left, a little brush on the right. It seems like you'd be able to see something from your car as you pass down this road, but it's not a busy road. There's only been 15, maybe 20 cars that have passed by since we've been here for the past half hour or so. And also, there's no security cameras on any of these light posts. But as we continue this way, we are reminded that this actually is where Meline Soto's body was found by this memorial set up by community advocates, family members, maybe even some friends. Because right back there in that span of trees is where her body was found by police.
All right. So how does all this potential new information about him being on this app into the wee hours of the night before she is reported missing the next day? Let's remind you about some of the evidence here connected to Stephen Stearns in all of this. Remember, he had accidentally reset his phone prior to his interview. 20 allegations of sexual abuse found on his phone.
This is true, lady.
Matched the inside of Madeline's home where he lived along with Madeline's mother. 40 counts of possessing illegal materials depicting sexual abuse, 10 or more images. That's 400 plus images. Video of Stephen Stearns ditching Madeline's items in a dumpster in the complex at 7:35 a.m. the day she was reported missing. Video of Stearns returning to the complex at 8:19 a.m. with Meline allegedly dead inside the car. And he's also spotted near the location where the body was found. We were there. It's right across the street. All right. Let's bring in our think tank. Joining us tonight in Delaware, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Al Wunsch III, who must be getting incorporated right now. Also with us in Stamford, Connecticut, criminal defense attorney Darnell Crossland, and in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, family law attorney Jennifer Brandt. All right, great to see everyone tonight. Al, from your secret undisclosed location in Delaware, what does it tell you? What does it tell you if Stephen Stearns is up till midnight on this app, this Telegram app, where everything gets encrypted and whatever goes on there never can be retrieved by the government?
Well, first, Ben, Bona Pasqua for everyone out there. Second of all, I'm pulling an all-nighter. I have a home ec exam tomorrow, so that's why you see the kitchen behind me. And thirdly, what it tells me is that this guy's got a lot of explaining to do. And I don't think he's going to be able to explain any of it. I think there's a real problem for him in this case. They are doing everything perfect with regards to this investigation. They have set it up wonderfully. And all of the inconsistencies and the lies and the problems that this man has weaved himself into is going to just basically be the noose that's going to strangle him. And he deserves to die a horrible death.
Hopefully.
Darnell, I'm trying to figure out what's going on that morning. Does it seem to you that he's attempting to set up a scenario where he can say that he dropped her off at school? Like he's driving to the school, he's seen near the license plate 810, 819, he's returning, but the backpack allegedly thrown out at 7:35. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, first of all, I was wondering, did Al find any classified documents in Joe Biden's kitchen in Delaware? I'm sure that's what he's there for.
But wait, I'm sorry. I did find his TJ Maxx card, though.
So there's two words, Vinny, that comes to mind here. Circumstantial evidence and capital offense. As we know, Ron DeSantis has made it a capital offense for any sexual battery crimes for kids under 12. Now, with the situation that we see here, with this drop-off, the sort of weekends at Bernie, maybe he propped up someone in the car. He's trying to cover up the steps. And when you try to cover up the steps, you make it worse sometimes. So it seems like the prosecutors have no choice but to start building a strong circumstantial evidence case around Stephen Stearns. And it seems like the timeline is very, very important. So as he's covering it up it appears that the drop-off and pickups are not matching. And also, it looks like that he's leaving a lot of trace evidence leading towards his guilt. But the sad part is that we need to find more direct evidence. If not, the jury's going to have nothing but a circumstantial evidence case. And it could be strong, but it's really, you want direct evidence over circumstantial if you can.
Yeah, that's the thing, guys, is he tried to erase this. He said it was an accident, which is a lie. He tried to erase everything. The thing is that everything that was in his phone can be pulled back out, guys. 100% of it. I don't care what it is, how long ago it was deleted. It can be pulled back out of his phone because it detracts from the cloud. Anything that he had stored in there can still be pulled. Secret Service can do it. The FBI can do it. Period. So there's nothing he could have hidden in there at all. And if he's stupid enough to think he can, well, here we are. That's all.
If you can, because we've seen it before in Central Florida, by the way, very close to where all this is happening. Jennifer Brandt, the other person everyone's talking about in this is the mother, Jen Soto.
Yep.
So Jen Soto's mother, which is Madeline's grandmother, gave an interview, Spanish-speaking television. We translated it. And she basically explained that that morning, Jen was tired because she worked the day before, missed the birthday party, and was tired in the morning. However, Jen told police that she saw Meline getting changed at 8 a.m.
And I truly believe that that is not true. I don't think she did at all. Bombshell, real quick. It was sent to me through my Discord. And as I stated, I thought I did. If I didn't, I will restate it. My understanding is that I was sent to me that it was blunt force trauma and strangulation. Preliminary wise, I don't know if that's 100% true or not. I'm just telling you that's what was sent to me at this point. So hopefully that's fact. I don't know. You know, I can't give you concrete because I haven't looked at a document, which is what I'd like to see. But it was sent to me via not Discord, email. I'm sorry. So that's how I got that info. I don't know.
I don't understand how this child's getting ready for school at 8 a.m. if her laptop and her backpack were tossed at 7:35 in the morning into the dumpster. So that doesn't add up to me.
Right. I know it's really inconsistent what she said, and she also corroborated his story about taking Meline to school, that he did drop her off at the church, which he said, and then somehow, expected her to walk down to the school. She kind of verified all of that originally. So, you wonder what's going on. I know she's not a suspect in the matter right now, but where was she all of this time? And to have a predator like that living in her home, abusing her child allegedly. I mean,
here's the thing with this, Mary. I'm so confused with this very part of the story. Why did she ask that person to take her to school if she was home to do it herself? I don't think she did. I think that is all part of a narrative that was put together to try to sell a story that never happened, to hide what was done. That's what I think that was, Mary. Which one, Leslie? But yeah, I truly think that's what the answer to that is, Mary. That's all. I don't think it ever was like that. I don't think it was that any of that happened in that sense. I think it was just a whole storyline that was built by him, possibly, that he had said certain things to her and she just went with what she was told. Or there's more to it on her side of things that we just don't know yet. So we will have to see as, things come along, obviously. Yeah, you can tell by looking at her face in a lot of her pictures, most recent pictures, guys. Oh, yeah, we can look at that, Leslie. That there's something not right with her. You can just see almost the sadness in her eyes. It's very hard and very sad because this poor, beautiful young lady never got to, she was just starting to live her life and never was able to because of some selfish, disgustingly, mentally sick piece of garbage. So
what did she know? What was she aware of? Did she have any suspicions? And to allow him to have access to her child, these are the questions I think we're all asking and wondering, how a mom or any parent can sort of allow this to happen. We see it time and time again. Did she just not know, or were there clues? Were there things that she should have been looking at, but maybe was blinded by her relationship with him? I mean, I think these are all the questions that people are asking and want to know, how this could happen.
Al, if Stephen Stearns does get charged with the homicide, I'm still waiting for information to come out, but if that happens, how do you see the mother's role in all of this? Do you see her as a potential co-defendant, maybe some after the fact stuff, or maybe before the fact stuff? Or do you see her as the prosecution's star witness who can take you inside that home?
Well, either way, she's compromised with regards to the timeline that she's put forth on this case, which doesn't make any sense and really doesn't work for the way this turned out. So I do think that they will charge her as an accessory, because how did she not know what was going on in her house with these many photographs and all this other kind of stuff going on with this young girl? How did she not know that?
Thank you.
I mean, it just doesn't make sense whatsoever. And she should be charged.
And there it is. I think everybody is on the same page of the same book in the same chapter when it comes to that case, guys, because I know everybody that I have seen come through here feels absolutely the same damn way. This monster, and listen, guys, let's just say, for instance, that he doesn't get charged with the murder. Let's just say by some strange ass circumstance, he didn't do that to her. He didn't murder her. He still deserves the absolute worst punishment possible just for having done what he did do that's proven, that's in his phone. Period. That's all that I can say about that. I'm sorry. I don't. I can't. There's nothing else I can say as far as that's concerned. So, all right. I just wanted to show you guys that with the text messages and stuff, so that one of you guys can see what's going on with that. And I know I'm bouncing all over. I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying to inform you guys of everything. Please don't pay no attention to my ADHD that bounces me all over the place like a basketball. But one of her photos hit hard. There was an aging to it. Absolutely. Yes. There's multiple like that to me, Mary. You see it all over her face. You just do. At 13, it's sad. And that's another one. Absolutely. Not forgetting Audrey Cunningham either. 100%. There's too much of this going on, guys. And I agree with you right there, Jody. Absolute. So, back to this now. 1 second here. $1,000,000% on that one, Bombshell. I do agree with you. Somebody told me there was something that Dolly just put up or posted. I hope they do, Kimber. I hope they do. Based on some documents I read about that scenario and down in Florida, I think they can. Hopefully. Hopefully, I think they can. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about with Dolly. Hold on, guys. We'll see what he did. Like I said, I'm trying to keep up with everything and anything anybody's covering with Sebastian, boots on the ground or whatever. 100%, Sherry. It's sad to see it, to hear it, to feel it, guys, because we all feel this, okay? But she's right. God is lifting these babies up and taking them home for a reason. I get it. It sucks really bad to understand it, but it's true. So back to Sebastian. Dolly is, for those of you that don't know, from Dolly Vision, is down there as well. He met up with Clue today at a spot. They talked a little bit. He's been going live here and there. So I'm going to show you. Somebody said that I need to. Oh, 1 second. Not. I'm not going to do this. I forgot. I'm trying to do things in a certain order. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Told you guys my my ADHD gets the best of me at times. So give me one moment here. Or wait, this is the same one, isn't it, Leslie? Yeah, this is the same one. Okay. Yeah, this is the same one, Leslie. You're right. Actually, this one has Cluminati in it too, I think. So hold on a minute. All right.
I'm sorry about the beeping, guys.
Welcome, Robin, and thank you for jumping in with us. You are appreciated. Thank you very much. Absolutely, and thank you for that as well.
All right, let's go to this retention pond. Well, it's good to see other YouTube channels out here. I think she said something. Is she Cluminati or something like that? We'll get it. I'll get her YouTube name. We'll sub her up. Make sure you guys sub her up. Whew. At least it turned into a nice day. You can completely not have your foot on the brake in this car. Like when you go to go, if you don't completely have your foot off the brake, it beeps. Okay, I swear. It takes a while to.
Do you know roundabout where it might be, Leslie? How far in? Let me know when I'm getting close to it, okay? Is it before or after this? You're okay, Leslie.
Hug somebody and say, look, man, I found your loved one. Everything's going to be okay. And I'd much rather find somebody that's alive, you know what I'm saying, than somebody that's deceased. It's sad that most people out here, they think this little boy's deceased, you know? No matter what you tell them, they're just like, yeah, he's gone. You're kind of wasting your time. And I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, okay? I know other people feel like I'm wasting my time, and I really don't give two craps what y'all think. I mean, people that, you know, think that. Because I know in my heart I'm not wasting my time. Okay. Sometimes the dogs didn't belong to them. That was a whole different search and rescue. When I get back, I'm going to share all these videos and we're going to show you all the bad stuff that these people have been up to. JLR is not lying to you guys. The other people are not lying to you guys. The whole internet's not lying. Okay. There's multiple people out here. There's multiple people seeing how everything went down. We've been out here all day. We ain't seen one person from that organization searching. Okay. It was sunny. It was 80 degrees. We've been in the house. We've been 10 miles around the perimeter of that house. Ain't not one person out there other than YouTubers doing their part trying to help bring this little boy home. And how dare them shit on YouTubers when we're the only ones out here looking. Only people I bumped into today were YouTubers. Okay. The only people I bumped into yesterday, YouTubers.
This is Dolly from Dolly Vision. Is it past this, Leslie, or before this? Like I said, I scanned through this earlier. I didn't get to like circle in on everything. No, Victoria, this is Dolly from Dolly Vision. He's another YouTube channel. We can put his link up here for you guys to check it out when you get a chance. I can agree with that, Shazza. Absolutely, Victoria. Spook bait. All right, I'll keep going then, hopefully. I don't think so.
He reported a lot to TBI. He should. Thank God JR is doing the right thing. He's being a stand-up guy about it. I'm not gonna give out any names, guys. That's personal information. Them people in that home may not have nothing to do with it. They related? Okay, so that's Chris's family. So it was it's Chris's family that was following me around. Okay. Oh, good research, babe. All right, good sleuth in there. I know you're certified PI. I know. Why is he giving? Look at all these cats there, PJ. Look, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats, strays. They all up in the woods living their best life. Look at them. All right, I'm going to take y'all to the house with the buzzards real quick because everybody's been concerned about these buzzards. So let's do the buzzards. We can also do Katie's other address if y'all want. Okay, so we'll do the buzzard house. I'll take y'all to the buzzards. It was weird, guys. I'll show you. It's weird as shit. The whole house, the whole top of the house is filled with buzzards. And I guess we could hit that Katie house since I can use it on. Hey, PJ, send me the address on the iPhone. Okay. Send me the iPhone address to Katie's other house. And shut up. Let me turn around.
I'm at 258 right now, Leslie.
Okay, so we'll do the buzzard house. I'll take y'all to the buzzards. It was weird, guys. I'll show you. It's weird as shit. The whole house, the whole top of the house is filled with buzzards. And I guess we get Mississippi, 6.5 hours away from their home, 6.5 hours from where their son is missing. All right, I'm going to take y'all to the house with the buzzards real quick because everybody's been concerned about these buzzards. So let's do the buzzards. We can also do Katie's other address if y'all want. Okay, so we'll do spot. Let's see if they're still there. Okay, they're not on top of it. They're not over here eating a deer right now.
All right,
they were still in that tree.
55.
Did they leave? I think they flew off, guys, to their other location of interest. All right, let me click on my phone. Shut up. Let me turn around. This thing says we're 16 minutes away. It's 7.3 miles. In case we're walking down the road. But the night guys are going to be doing a little bit of night creeping, movement, any lights, that type of stuff. Anybody home? Did they leave somebody there just in case Sebastian came home? Or is that house just empty? How we know we ain't?
Now, see, this was kind of interesting to me. I found out that there's actually another home that Katie has that was kind of interesting to me. Take care, Zelda. Have a great night, hon. Thank you for being here.
Ain't home. If there's nobody there. I can tell you this now. My kid ever goes missing from my house, I wouldn't leave that house until she returned. This whole Mississippi shit, that just shows you right there. That speaks volumes. I mean, major volumes.
Thank you, Zelda, so very much. And thank you again, anybody that has donated to that very much.
You get a pumpkin. Back,
At the next light, turn right.
45,000 on Dolly Vision in the mag. Ooh, there's a Texas Roadhouse. Ooh, that shit look good. Buffalo Wild Wings. Got a lot of damn money to be staying here. Like Michael Monkey Vaughn's neighborhood, his neighborhood was a really nice neighborhood too. Not quite as nice as that neighborhood, but still decent,
That's quite all right.
Like, guys, watch your kids. It don't matter how good of a neighborhood you live in. You can live in a gated community, and your kids come
At the
up
next
with.
light, turn left.
And a lot of this, that makes sense. What needs to happen? Oh, they got a missing poster in the yard.
The destination is on your left, 218 Time Bay Drive.
Okay,
Arrived.
Here we are. Here we
They got a sign
go.
in the yard. This is their house. Do they still own this house?
Again.
You know what? That looks like that car that was following me. See the black Chevy? And they got the sign in the yard. This is a duplex. No, 218, it has two doors. Why does it have two doors? That's just the way the front doors are. Huh. I swear that black car looks like that car that was following me around the other day. I wonder who lit. PJ, hit me up real fast. Whose home is this? Is that her sister? Because it was a woman driving that vehicle yesterday. It's a woman with brown hair, and she was videotaping me. Okay, so I don't know what the significance of that house is, but I'm thinking that's somebody that's kin to her. You see, that's the only house in the neighborhood with the sign. Yeah. That's the car that was, I'm almost positive that's either the car or the same type of car that was following me yesterday, and it had a woman driving it, and she was holding her cell phone up to the steering wheel, and she was right fucking behind me for like 30, 45 minutes. She was back there. Chris's mama? Is that who lives in that house?
That's quite interesting.
Okay.
So let's ask that question. Why would Chris's mother be following a YouTuber that's covering the story of her missing grandson, or her son's missing stepson? That's weird. That's just weird.
Yeah, they definitely have something to do with him. That car is a car. I'm not 100, but I'm 75% that is a type of. I'm almost 100% certain that's a type of vehicle, but I can't be certain that it was them people driving that car. You know what I'm saying? But okay, well, Zillow it. See what it's worth. See, try to pull up City. See who owns it. Okay, and call me back. All right, peace.
Thank you, dude.
That is a family member. That is definitely a family member, guys.
For what reason, though?
Or somebody directly, closely connected to them.
You would think you would want all.
Or unless I'm just tripping. And I don't think I'm tripping. Because as soon as I seen it, I even told the girl, I was like, yeah, there was somebody following me around in a black SUV. And I'm just curious at this point myself who it is. All right, let me get my glasses. Give me a second, guys. I can catch up with you guys in the chat. Let me set this phone here so when PJ calls me back. There's my glasses. All right, let's go new comment. All right, let me set this right here for a minute. I'll just pull my laptop up so you guys are saying. Yes, sir, someone that followed JLR. Okay, well, whoever it is following people is in the house, I believe. Okay, right now that's what I'm believing. It's the same people. We're gonna see what's up with that. Okay, give me a second. I'm pulling out my laptop now. I like this hot Wi-Fi box. I can be on my laptop anywhere now. Dolly, get you some food on me. Thank you so much. I just seen that super chat. Hellcat, they get their attention. Buzz House with drone. Okay, well, I just pulled up in the driveway. Is it cold there? Not really. It's like it felt like it was like 60 degrees outside. That family has issues. It's getting dark. Please check the area around Volunteer Park at Arrowhead. It's on Drake Creek Road. Thank you. Send that information to PJ and tell her what it's in reference to. And if it's something important, we will go there for sure. Oh, you're not tripping. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I have info about the JLR thing too.
Why would they be behind him? They were following me yesterday. Okay. And I noticed it. And I noticed not only were they following me, but they were filming me. The girl was holding her cell phone up over the fucking steering wheel, filming me. Channel 5 is an update about searching some park. Tip that someone dropped Sebastian off there. Okay, silver SUV. Hey Dolly, I've been a blast following your travels. Well, thank you. Thank you guys so much. Here, if y'all want to see me, I'm right here. I'll put the camera on me for a minute. My ugly butt right here. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm sitting here with the laptop, multitasking. I'm trying to give PJ a minute to figure out who that car belongs to. So, okay, yeah, y'all can see me. Hey guys, whole damn family of weirdos. Hey, I found out who lives there. All right, Melissa, throw stop signs up and tell me. They were filming JLR too? Okay. Oh my God, these people have a huge fifth wheel. All right, hold on. I hear the phone ringing. Where's that? Oh, right here. Hold on. I got computers, phones. Hello? Hey. Did I get the plate number? No, okay. Okay, so it's not the Proudfoot. They don't own it. Okay. Do you think that's one of Katie's friends' house? Yeah, I kind of figured it was related too, because they're the only house in the neighborhood that has a sign. And that vehicle looks exactly like the vehicle that was following me. Well, it's dark now. If I pulled up there, I won't be able to see the plate. I can pull up early in the morning. We check it in the morning. Okay, if he finds something that makes it seem strange, we'll look deeper into it. All right, peace. Love you. All right, guys. The name on that house don't come back to them. Okay, that don't mean it ain't somebody they don't know. It just means it's not coming back to them. Maybe his brother or Chris's cousin. Or the family, one of those crazy religious types. I don't think so. His parents have different last names. We know that. We know their names too. Good day's work. Thank you guys. I've been trying. Stepdad's parents. Yes. Take calls from locals. Just be safe. Or the kidnappers. Dolly, have you seen JR's newest video about UCM being a scam? No. I had to take my video down today, guys, because they were trying to mass flag me to YouTube. The fake Cajun Navy people. So they were posting posts about me today saying.
Okay, now after seeing that, okay, I'm gonna watch this. Okay, so we have some of these other things here I want to show you real quick. They're jumbled around, but I'll sort it out for you. So, may explain why Chris's parents both show up to their house after they both left. Good point. I don't know about all that, and you know, you guys don't have to hold on to this info. No worries, Leslie. Um, but just take it with a grain of salt, and as to what it is. I don't know about all that, but in one of the psychic readings, she kept mentioning the word grandma. Again, we don't know that that means anything, guys, but it is interesting. I'll just put it that way, depending on how you look at it. All right. So again, this comes from JLR, okay? Suspicious people at the Proudfoot's home, man and woman. They saw me in my car and started chasing me in their vehicle. Man got out to take a picture of my license plate, and I stopped. And I got out to ask about Sebastian Rogers, and he jumped in the vehicle and sped away. Just reported to TBI. And we saw this picture yesterday. I showed it to you guys, I do believe. All right. So if I'm right, this is Mr. Dave. I can't remember right off the top of my head what his last name is, but this is Katie's father, Dave. Okay. So, one second here. I'll show you the rest of this because it broke up into two pieces. It's very weird the way this was put together. All right. Now, this is just strange. This thing shouldn't happen like this, okay? And especially when you're here to help to find your grandchildren. There we go, Mr. Dave. Where's your license plate at, bub? Oh, it's been taken out. Good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Oh, Chris's parents. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't have their names, but I have Katie's parents' names. Sorry. So yeah, my understanding is that that's Chris's mom and dad. What are they doing? Why are you at the house, first off? And why are you chasing down a YouTuber that's trying to help find your son's wife's child that's missing? Bower socks. Thank you, Tracy. Excuse me. This is getting weirder and weirder and weirder. What are we saying no to, Miss Kimber? That Proudfoot's right. Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. Yeah, Chris's mom and stepdad, right. So sorry, I had my head something rolling in my head with because I found Katie's father's Facebook. There's nothing on there that puts anything in of any importance out. Yelled at Kathy and Terry. Thank you again. Thank you very much. The only thing that was on Katie's father's Facebook, and it said, oh, is that who that was? I'm sorry, Molly. I got so much going on. I probably confused it with something else. So, in email, Molly, or is that what that was? Okay, my apologies. I may not have gotten to look at that one. Let me check real quick. Hold on here. On Katie's father's Facebook, it says, oh yeah, I had this to show you as well. It says he talks about his grandson being missing and for how long and so on and so forth, right? Okay, great. So then it says, wait a minute here. What's going on with this? I'm gonna have to move it over this way. It says, somebody commented and said, well, tell your daughter to tell the truth. That's all I found on there. Funny thing is, she claims to be Sebastian's grandmother. When she posted about him, people say, I didn't know he was your grandson. That's weird too. Once again, awesome Miss Molly found this and sent this. And I think this is kind of interesting for those of you that may not have seen this already. All I'm saying. All right. So this is from Mrs. Bobby Corlew Olkowski. I was told by a close by neighbor that morning she saw Katie outside with police when she went to take her kids to school. She stopped and she asked, this is from a neighbor of the Proudfoots. She stopped and asked what happened, and Katie told her that she told Sebastian to go to bed around 9 p.m. She fell asleep on the couch and never mentioning the conversation between her and Chris. Woke up around 11:30, went to check on Sebastian, which she previously had stated she didn't do, because he's older. He must have been awake because his light or a light was on, according to his neighbor's Ring camera. She said she told Sebastian to go to bed. He had to get up the next morning. She walks across her house to go to her room to go to bed. And as she's walking through the kitchen, she hears a loud noise, which we have all been told was a thud. I still don't understand why she didn't turn right back around and go back in. Oh, I'm sorry then, Molly. It's all right. I'm trying to catch it all up. He had she walks across the house, go to her room. She hears a walk. Okay, yeah. As she's walking through the kitchen, she hears a loud noise. She yells back at Sebastian, asking him, what was that? He says, nothing, Mom. Just go to bed. So she does. Who listens to a child that tells them to go to bed when there's a noise that makes you want to go back and look? But okay. So she does. According to the neighbor close to them, their Ring camera shows the lights going off or going on and off because it's so dark. This neighbor also mentioned seeing a silhouette in the front room, possibly dining room window, for a couple minutes. Then all the lights go off. Neither Chris nor Katie have ever mentioned any of that. I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's every little piece of info is interesting to me, guys. That's all I'm saying. All right, now let me get back to this again. Yeah, like I said, with nothing, Mom, go to bed. That says something was in the midst of something. What happened? Okay, that could be. Welcome back a little bit. Good to see you. That specific moment could be the answer to all of this, in my opinion. Okay, hey, Chief. Good to see you. It's been a while. But think about that. That one specific moment when that noise happened, that could be absolutely what happened that night. The dining room is kind of in the front to the middle. It's in, like, if you're going through the front to the middle of the house, from my understanding, when I did the tour of the house last week. All right, so back to the stuff here. Okay, hold on here. Okay, real quick. Sorry, got a lot of stuff in here. Janet Rips, if you're in here, thank you. I did receive your email. Very, very much appreciative. Okay. Just trying to catch everything up. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. I'm not going to put that out. But oh yeah, and it's stated in here that have you both taken polygraph tests, and if so, what were the results? Thank you. This is a text message between somebody named Fufu and Christopher Proudfoot, and he says Fufu yes, and the results are passed in the text. So that was something that for whatever reason he just didn't tell the truth about. I don't get it, but whatever. That's interesting. Hmm. Okay. Again, thank you, Miss Molly. Um, these are just like text messages that are coming through back and forth from different apps and stuff like that. So, Bryant Guy, how did the visit go? Hope well. Um, wait. They went the best they could. It's so hard on her and me both. I know I have to be strong and bear all of it for her. It felt so good just to be able to hold her and be with her again finally. Thank God for the moment. Ever chances in our heart, love. I don't know what that's about. That's interesting. Okay. Thank you. I think I got everything for now. Okay. Oh shoot. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Yeah, here we are. I don't know what to think, you guys, at this point. I don't. Um oh my gosh. Okay. Guys, please if you can say a prayer or just keep them in your thoughts. Cassie, one of our moderators and our community members here, her mother is in route via ambulance from Children's Hospital to or that was maybe a little bit earlier, to the hospital to admit him. He is just a little guy, and he's Down syndrome, so he's got a lot of stuff going on right now with the flu and things like that. So please just hold him in your thoughts and prayers, guys, that everything works out for him, and as I am as well. Lord Almighty, it scares me. I hope everything works out. You know what? This is another theory too. This sounds like a target house. Is the husband away a lot? Yes, the husband is away a lot. Now, something I've been thinking about for a while, you guys, is that if anybody, this neighborhood is a little bit more of an upper class neighborhood, and I think the neighbors all kind of pay attention to each other. But if Chris is noticed to be gone in a lot, okay, if anybody were to be watching this house, it could be a target, stating that he's not there. So, oh, good Lord, Molly. Hold on. Okay. Thank you, Molly. I got it. What comes up is the same thing. That's the address. Oh, I see who the people are. Okay. So these people. Okay, I got you. I see exactly what that is now. All right, thank you. Yes, prayers for SRB's youngest child. So like I said, you guys, I do not know what to think or feel at this moment about this case. There's been so much said, so much done, so many things that are, all over the place. I don't know, folks. Awesome, Chief. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate that very much. Enjoy those second graders tomorrow. You definitely need your sleep. That's a lot of energy you need to have. For sure. Hold on a minute, guys. I got to check. Okay, I'm here. Sorry about that. Sorry, I don't believe a word that comes out of her mouth, and they wonder why people are saying what they are saying about them. Really, I see what you're saying. Have a great night, Chief. Again, Molly said something. Here we go. The Brant D guy from the comment with Christopher is the name listed on the house that Dolly would. Yes, yeah. No, I understand. I don't know who that is, so I didn't really want to put the names out just in case for doxing reasons. You know what I mean? Just until I was able to clarify who that is at that house. So I don't know if it's a relation to them or if it's just somebody that they're maybe renting the house to, which is weird. Let's see. Another thing, he is gone so much and someone might have this. Why not have security installed? 100%. Why is there no security in this house, considering where they live, the type of house, and where she worked? That's weird. Thank you, Kimber. Such job is after a deputy sheriff works in the jail. It also could do, yeah, and that's another thing too. If he's a jailer, guys, think about that real quick. Seth is a CO for the Davidson County, Tennessee. Okay, let's think about that. All he handles and deals with inmates, right? Thank you, Vicky. Yeah, absolutely, Sherry. So he handles and deals with inmates daily. It would be very easy for somebody to get pissed off at him and not like him and want to hurt him. The odds are that they would be able to find out his info. We know how hard that is. I don't know. Okay. Miss Sherry says that Chris had a yard sale at that house. That's interesting. Very, very weird. Why the new mattress right now? So, according to what Chris said, somebody gave that to him. So maybe it was just a gift. I know it falls into a weird time frame with this going on. That's an interesting scenario. I do agree with that, Leslie. Yeah, Wisdom, do you know exactly when that yard sale happened? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Josie. Good to see you, Walt. Thank you for joining me. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on. I want to know where this child is. I want to know why he's not at home. And I want to know what happened, period. I don't think it was as of yet, CL, because according to the interview with Nancy, nothing has been taken out of the home as of yet. They were given a new mattress, I was told. They told everybody else. About 2 months ago, according to Robin Rogers. Got you. Thank you. Yes, and it does have a. That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be either a very, very, very close friend or some form of a family member. It's weird. Absolutely, D, and thank you. What's up, 12 Gauge? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for jumping in here tonight. Hope you're having a good night, brother. Another great channel here, guys. 12 Gauge Phillips. We can throw that link out there, guys. Check out his stuff too. He does a really good show. Yeah, it is. I agree with that. Strange how Nancy mentioned his daughter's room. I don't know what's going on with that, but I get it. Good to hear, brother. Good to hear. Y'all don't investigate me. I don't keep a mattress for 20 years, right? I remember a case in New York hotel. Someone opened the mattress and put. Oh yes, I've seen that. I've seen and heard that. If that's interesting, CL. According to what I'm sure that law enforcement is watching, would have seen if somebody took a mattress out of the house. I don't think that happened. Stop it, Doodle. Quit talking about yourself like that. You are sassy, but I'm not going to say old or crabby. You're never crabby. Is it true that CN stepped down? Who's CN, Teresa? Sorry. They were concise. Gotcha, Kimber. That is very true. I've actually had two experiences. One was in a hotel. The hotel. Oh, Cajun Navy. Yes, I've heard that as well, Ray. But I've also heard that the Cajun Navy is working with law enforcement and they're keeping it on the DL. I don't know what's true and what's not. So I can't give you guys any like details for sure. Victoria says, Dago, my grandson has autism, and one of his acts was to pee in delicate, defecate in his, probably, gotta love, spell check, in his bed and sometimes school, so he could go home. Interesting. Very interesting, Victoria. I think that has happened with Brandy's son, Matthew, as well at times. Like I said, Caden is very, very high functioning, so never had things like that. No, I got you with the Cajun Navy thing. It took me a minute. Sorry, guys. I'm tired tonight. So speaking of that, thank you for reminding me real quick here. A moment. All you awesome peeps. Okay, now so JLR did post on his Twitter. I can confirm that EquiSearch has been active in the search for Sebastian Rogers. An EquiSearch member tells me they have been working with LE for weeks and continue to do so. That's awesome to hear. From my personal experience with EquiSearch, they prefer to work with no publicity, and that's facts. I've seen that in past cases. And SF Investigates, Mr. Steve Fisher, who is a PI, and he's worked on multiple cases that we have followed. Kylie Rodney, also Summerwell, so on and so forth, has states that is true and is great news. Congrats and thank you for that, Shaza. I don't know who got the membership, but congrats and welcome either to the sauce or back to the sauce as a meatball. Welcome, welcome. So it's EquiSearch Midwest has assisted with drone searches with the request of TBI from early on in this case. EquiSearch has not done any foot searches for Sebastian. We are waiting for approval from the law enforcement as our team does not self-deploy this part of our standard operating procedures. This is part of our standard operating procedures. Other search teams may not have that in their standard operating procedure. Let's see here. See, a lot of you guys have posted on that as well. It's awesome. You guys are so amazing with this stuff. Appreciate you all very much for caring and following up with it. Hold on here. Amazing. Well, something else that was posted on Twitter that kind of bugged me a little bit. I'm definitely not a fan of hers, but Jennifer Coffendopper, of course, she inserts herself everywhere, posted on Twitter and said there's something that is bothering me, and that is the search warrant that was obtained early on in the Sebastian Rogers investigation. I know that law enforcement said routine, but no landfill search is just routine. And the probable cause affidavit had to show probable cause to believe either of them. Okay, I think that's it there. No problem, Jody. Wait, what, Debbie? Oh, you had me perplexed for a second. I saw the first comment or second comment first. Yeah, so that's what I was going to tell you. The story I started to tell you when I was working in EMS. Still, we got a call to a motel from motel clerk stating that they found a body. Okay, we got many of those. So we go into the hotel room. Where's the body? She goes, it's underneath. PD was there or on their way there, so we had to back up. We were not to touch anything because of that. Oh, I'm sorry, Melissa. I'm so sorry. Sometimes I miss stuff. My apologies. So when we go in, we're waiting on PD. So we backed up, stepped outside the room, and we're standing there waiting. They come in, they secured the scene. Thank God that nobody touched anything because we're not supposed to be there. We didn't understand that. We thought this was all the way it was. But so what happened here was I don't even know. It was so weird. The mattresses lifted up, and in between the mattress and the box spring was the body. Okay. And the way it was set up was because the box spring was kind of cut out and the springs pushed down in. It was an old style one. It was like it was placed there on purpose. Very strange. Very, very, very strange. So then we got another call one time in the same scenario, but it was in a personal home that they found a mattress in a spare bedroom that had been cut out, and a deceased person was placed inside the mattress and laid flat. You couldn't even tell. It was weird. So yeah, I don't know. People do weird shit, guys. They do, and it's just there's no rhyme or reason for it. But that's crazy, Debbie. Crazy people, crazy stuff. It is very strange. The first one they believe was a drug deal that had went bad. The person went to meet them at the hotel or motel, robbed them, and just stuck that in there. And that was like they hadn't heard from the people for like 72 hours. You could definitely tell it was a while because it was a bad smell. So and the secondary scenario, I don't know what we never did understand or know. PD took that and handled that. We heard rumors of a kidnapping and things like that, but I don't know for a fact that's exactly what happened. No, it wasn't a Quality Inn, Walt. It was a Best Western in Warren, downtown Warren. That's absolutely correct. I can smell it now. Every time I talk about it, I smell it. Same with a person that has burnt. It's the same. It never goes away. Every time I go to talk about it, I smell it immediately. 100%. It never ever goes away. No matter what you do, it's there. Period. And it's weird because I don't smell it when I'm not thinking about it or talking about it. The moment I mention it, it's in my nostrils again immediately. It's so weird. Welcome, Jonathan Caldwell. Good to see you. Very good point, D. I remember hearing about that. That's crazy. Jonathan Caldwell states polygraph tests are not reliable, just used for intimidation, hoping people will correct. Very good point, sir. Agreed. No, it's okay, Victoria. I know what you were saying, Victoria. It's okay. I think he got it. And a lot of crazy things. Oh, I am burnt up, Miss Leslie. I am. I'm tired. I haven't slept. I'll be honest with you guys. I have not slept a full night's sleep for me, which is usually 6 hours, since Sebastian's case started. I typically, and this is no bullshit, guys, I typically have been getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night, if that. Okay. I stay awake late thinking and looking and just trying to it doesn't even make any sense, guys, because I don't get anything out of it. Okay. I'm sitting here thinking about things and going back over videos and watching interviews and trying to make something out of these interviews. You know, the other night, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah. Saturday night. I sat out here on this computer and I watched the interviews that we went over and reviewed that day. I'm trying to think. I think it was till 4:14 a.m. is when I finally said, okay. And it was because I dozed off while I was sitting here. Otherwise, I'd have probably kept going. Oh, wow, Kimber. Interesting. That's pretty awesome. Wadsworth. I know where that's at. That's actually really not that far from me. Like probably 20, 25 minutes. There you go. ADD, 88. Oh, yeah. 100%, Mary. You are right as hell. Oof. That's horrible, Jody. Warren is one of the most interesting cities in the country, in my opinion. Part of it is so nice. Part of it is so. That's very true. That's where I was born and raised. Was Warren, Ohio.
Me too.
You were. I absolutely will. 12 gauge. Just get hook. Hit me up on the email or something like that, bro. I absolutely would love to join you for that. That'd be an honor for me. As I would love to have you in here as well, my friend. So have a great night, sir. I appreciate you jumping in here. If you haven't, please hit that like button on the way out. I really, really appreciate that. But yeah, let me know, sir, and I would be honored to join you, sir. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. I will definitely try to, my friend. I promise you. It gets to you when you're invested in case your brain wheels just turn and you can't get them to stop until you pass. 100%. Absolutely, mind the monsters. It does not ever go away. That's why I do this, because if I don't, I will explode. Welcome, Miss JC Ann. Good to see you, dear. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for tonight. I need to get out of here and go get some rest. I really appreciate you guys being in here. I really appreciate you supporting this as we cover this repeatedly every day. And I appreciate the patience that you guys have of not getting bored with this, because it is very repetitious. So thank you for that as well. I absolutely have no words to explain how appreciative I am. Thank you to any one of you that has donated anything to support the channel in that form. God bless each and every one of you for that. That's definitely never ever expected, folks, but we always appreciate it because it keeps me going. It pays the bills. You guys are amazing for that. Moderators, I want to say once again, thank you so much for everything you do. I could not do this without you. Thank you for everything you send me. Doodle and Molly and Wisdom, Mama Bear, SRB and Cassie, Val, War Eagle, all of you. Brady, of course, is, constantly running things. The TikTok we have, she handles all of that stuff and sets that up, which is doing amazing. So if you guys are into TikTok, go check it out. She sets all that stuff up over there for that. Please, if you haven't, follow it, all that stuff. But if you have not, here, yes, Maurice Claret. He played football for Harding, 100%. Thank you, Tomboy. You are very welcome, D. Smith. Again, if anybody has any issues whatsoever, anything you want to share with me, my email address is, you can reach me that way. You can reach me through Twitter. And of course, through my 234 703 4047 number. That is my email on screen right there. Mayor74@gmail.com. Absolutely. Thank you, Jen. One of these days we're gonna have a little bit nicer stream, guys, because it's been rough. So thank you guys once again, every one of you, for being part of Sebastian's army, as I've been calling it, as we find this child and bring him home safe and sound. I pray to God. Much love to each and every one of you guys. And guys, please do me a favor. It's so very important to me. Please, please don't forget to love yourselves and to love each other, and do not ever change anything about yourselves, guys. You guys are absolutely the beautiful people. You make me do this every single day. You are the ones that have built this channel, and God knows I am beyond appreciative of all of you. So guys, have a wonderful, wonderful Mittens for Kittens. Thank you so very much for that. You are appreciated. Beautiful super sticker. Thank you for that. But again, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. I will see you all tomorrow. Good night, and God bless everyone. Much love. Bye-bye.